everybody, and welcome back to another Sunday Cinema, where we are finishing off our month of songs made into movies. Wrong button. I want this one so I can make sure my audio is working. For our songs made into movies, and this week is Beer for My Horses, and Whiskey for My Main, and Beer for My Horses. Oh God, I love Toby Keith's movies are pretty damn good, especially when he gets Rodney Carrington in them. With me, I got Mikey Suits 4. How are you doing, Mikey?
I'm doing good, Gorilla. Good to see you, my brother.
That's
Glad you're
good.
feeling better after your stings from the damn wasp. Hey, Pop. How's it going?
Hey, me 3, Wasp 0. They haven't killed me yet. I'm not dead yet. And hey there, Pops. How are you doing tonight, Pops? Welcome. This is a good movie. Or, well, I don't know if it's good. I haven't seen it, but
well,
Toby
I
Keith's usually
saw it.
pretty good movies.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it in theater when it came out, Pop, back in 2008. I didn't realize how old it was. 15 years old, man. But it's about, drug cartel dealing with basically Toby Keith and Rodney and Mr. Sir Willie Nelson. It's actually a pretty good film, but it didn't do so well at the box office. So it was kind of limited, and then it went to straight to DVD. So that's how I saw it. I think it was through DVD. So yeah, it's good film though. I liked it.
Yeah. Alrighty. So let's go ahead and hit play.
Go for it.
And this is an independent studio. Well, they got CMT Films, but Toby Keith did his own filming there with Showdog Productions. I believe that's Toby Keith's studio.
Right. Yeah, Michael Salomon, you mentioned in the description, who directed, also did videos not just for Toby Keith. He did them for Alan Jackson, Willie Nelson, uh, Dirk Bentley, among others. He's a
Okay.
famous country music video director.
Oh,
Yeah,
so he does the videos.
yeah, he does most of the country
Yeah.
music videos you see out there nowadays.
Yeah. I'm glad you're
Yeah.
good there, Pop.
Glad you're good. Okay, Pop.
Yeah. No, this ain't Toby Keith's song. I thought they were gonna play Beer for My Horses in the beginning.
No, I don't think they do. I think they
Yeah,
play it towards the end. I think they play it towards the end, or they might
yeah,
play it inside the saloon when they're in the saloon. The thirsty monkey.
yeah. Well, this ain't a
Yeah,
Toby Keith song either.
right. Well, Toby and Rodney both co-wrote it because Rodney Carrington is also a country music star. Hey, what's up, Jim? He's watching Beer for My Horses from 2008.
Hey,
Willie
Jim.
Nelson, Toby Keith,
Yeah,
and Rodney Carrington in it. All
yeah.
three country music
So,
stars.
so Pop says we're going to cover Night of the Living Dead to the Gorilla. I've never seen it, so I don't know yet. And Jim, yep, we're watching Beer for My Horses. It's a movie made from the song Beer for My Horses by Toby Keith, and it stars Toby Keith and Rodney Carrington. And Jim says, "Hail, Pop," and Pop says, "Hail, Jim's landscaping." So yeah, they're just still doing the. Yeah, these are some long credits. So Toby Keith did write this, and
Yeah,
Rodney Carrington.
yeah, they both did.
Yeah, Toby Keith and Rodney Carrington are good friends. They do a lot of stuff together.
Yes. But like I said, Rodney Carrington also sings country music. So it's actually, has three country music stars in the film, which is
Yeah.
kind of cool.
Whose truck is he smashing? Uh, Oh, they set this in Oklahoma?
Yeah, well, no, the town that's in the movie is portrayed as Magnum, Oklahoma. That's kind of a
Yeah,
play, like 357 Magnum gun, like that.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I thought
it's
with
filmed.
Toby Keith it would be Texas.
Yeah, no, according to your description, they filmed it around Las Vegas, New Mexico. It's a really high up area up there in the state of New Mexico. Most of the film is set there. It's not that far from Taos, but they couldn't show Taos, so they showed Las Vegas, New Mexico. Oh, hey, Resolute Germ.
Yeah.
Come on up,
Hey,
brother.
hey, Germ, how's it going? Oh, and like I said, they're going to get you, Elizabeth. Great pop, the great movie with the master.
Master of Horror, George A. Romero. Yeah. Night of the Living Dead. That's the one he's going to be playing. Yeah, that's a great film, Pop.
Yeah.
It only has one black actor in it. Back for that time. And he's yeah, I don't want to give away any spoilers. Okay. But you know what I mean. All right, Resolute.
All right, so he said, oh, you fucked up. This guy fucked up.
Yeah.
Then step out for a minute will be that's totally cool. Then Jim says, "Hail, Mikey and Germ."
Hey, Jim. You got some good videos, Jim. I really do like your stuff.
Uh,
Yeah, like I say, so I always read the plot description you have in there. And then I remembered the movie after I saw the video. I was like, ah, damn it, I've already seen this film. Shit.
yeah, yeah,
So I figured I'll help you out with the chat. Everybody pops in.
yeah.
Uh,
Germ says,
but
"Hey, Jim."
yeah, and it
I
has
got a
Gina
third one.
Gershon. Yeah, it has Gina Gershon in it. I was like, oh, yeah, okay, I remember now. She dumped his ass.
Hey, did you get? Oh yeah, he's like, "See you next week." Yeah, like that's a weekly thing for him.
Oh yeah, of course.
Just another day in the trailer park.
That's right. You know what was funny is, uh, Toby Keith is the current sheriff of the place of Magnum. His dad was a sheriff, and his dad's played by Willie Nelson. I was like, oh, holy shit. Willie Nelson's old enough to be your dad, Toby. Holy fuck. Yeah, I remember that. Rodney Carrington is the comic relief in this thing. It's hard to believe because he's actually a pretty decent country music guy, and he plays the comic relief in this thing. Huh, go figure. Oh, nice, nice, Jim.
Oh, there goes. I got something. Baby goes with that. Oh no, nothing big there. Just something wrapped up in a pair of underwear and in my pants. Oh, oh god, I'm gonna get clipped for that one.
Yeah, it's like a comedy drama,
Yeah,
but it's shot like a video because, like I said, Michael Salomon
yeah.
is a
Jim
country
says
music
thanks.
video guy.
Yeah, Jim says thanks. There was 5 episodes and Ferengi and Repair Series. Cool.
In the repair series. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Wasn't even mowed in Oklahoma. There's no grass in Oklahoma.
I know. Have you ever lived in Oklahoma, Gorilla?
No.
I did. I can tell you.
Mikey, you want to know how
Yeah.
plain I am? You want to know how plain I
yeah.
am? I'm
Yeah.
living in the house I grew up in.
Oh wow, yeah. You're dedicated to house and family and home. There you go.
No, my parents live in the house real cheap, so.
Oh, why not? Yeah, no, I don't fault you for that at all. No, seriously. But when I was, you know, it was actually my second marriage, which didn't end well either. But I lived in Oklahoma for 18 months, 4 different homes actually. That's freaking weird, man. That whole area is completely freaking flat. And there's only one mountain which is like 1,100 feet high. They call Mount Scott, which is like way in the northwest corner of the state of Oklahoma. Mount Scott. That thing is just it's like an oversized gopher hill. The rest of it's pretty flat. Yeah, I think even one of my friends actually sang this song in karaoke a couple years later, around 2010. I said, wait a second, that was the movie they were in. He says, oh, yeah, that one. Yeah, it didn't do so well in the box office, which is why it had such a limited amount of money it made.
That dog is not a good drug dog.
Nope.
That dog is not a good drug dog. They're the lazy
No.
dogs.
Yeah. Yeah, this is mostly a comedy drama, I guess, in a way, which I guess why it didn't do so well. But yeah, there are some funny parts in this film.
Oh. Well, Toby, I liked a lot of Toby Keith stuff, so, and Rodney Carrington's always funny.
Oh yeah, Rodney is well, and they sing good too. Rodney is a pretty good singer,
Yeah.
and Toby Keith, of course, is awesome, and Willie Nelson is damn man's a legend, you
Is
know.
Willie in this movie?
Yeah, Willie Nelson is in this film. I told you, he plays
Yeah.
Toby Keith's dad. Yeah,
Willie Nelson's the only person that can get caught. What was it? 6 ounces or 6 ounces of marijuana in Texas there back when it was still highly illegal, and
yeah.
walk away with just a ticket.
Actually, he got a slap on the wrist. He didn't even serve jail time.
Yeah, that's why I said just a ticket.
Right. Hey, Resolute.
How's it going?
Oh,
Hey, Jerm,
fantastic.
how's it going?
I ordered my dinner and I realized I didn't have anything to drink to go with it, so
Oh, crap.
I had to drive to go pick some up.
Yeah, we were running out of diet pop here, and Suzanne went and got like a 24 pack. I said, "Is that gonna last us?" No, I think she said yes. I said, "Yeah, I think it'll probably last us a couple weeks."
That lasts maybe a day or two for me.
Really, a 24 pack?
Oh, Jesus Christ! Christ, you don't start drink that much.
Careful, Resolute.
Your guy goes, I hope you didn't have plans tonight. So he goes, well, I was going to take my clothes off, and Becky was going to take her clothes off, and we're going to do some other stuff that didn't include staring at fertilizer tanks.
Yeah. Yeah, that guy who was the head of the fertilizer company is a bad man. Buck. Yeah, it's just a front for a Mexican drug cartel. They use fertilizer for methamphetamine. Isn't that bizarre? They do the same thing in Arizona. Shit. That's how they make their crystal meth.
They use fertilizer?
Yep.
Yeah.
They need to consult a chemist.
Honestly, yes, but that's how they do it. Don't forget, they have cotton fields in southern
Hey,
Arizona.
hey, what does WSG mean?
WSG? Oh, you mean on the side of their
It says
fertilizer?
no. It says no person Cosby here.
Ah, I'm not. Oh, maybe that's Resolute. That's not me.
No,
Or it could
person
be
named
Jim.
Five.
It could be Jim. Could be Jim.
No, it's not Jim.
Oh, okay. Well, I know it's not me. I've already seen them. By the way,
I think
Jim.
it's
Yeah, no, I was going to say, by the way, Jim, or Pop, if you're still there in the chat, I posted the music video up there in the chat, which gives the background of the movie, of the story. So if you want to check out the video first, then go see the film here on Cosme. I don't know, man. 15 years ago, Willie Nelson looked pretty damn good.
Yeah, that guy got an arrow right in the ass.
Yep. Man, that still boggles my mind. Willie Nelson's my dad, and I'm Toby Keith. And I got a sidekick named Rodney Carrington, who acts like a total doofus. Ah, okay. Hi, Jim. Says I'm here. Just finished mowing my lawn. Sounds like fun, man.
Yeah, name is name. Wait, why did her comments disappear?
What disappeared?
Well, the comments from 5.
Oh.
Oh, 5-star.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, fun.
Yeah, that's what I said to him too. I said,
yeah, they're
like
talking
fun.
about lawnmowers in here. There's like no grass in Oklahoma.
Yeah, not much. Don't forget they had the Dust Bowl all those years ago. That's why a lot of people left Oklahoma and went to California because of the Dust Bowl. That was way back in the 1930s, like around 1937.
Yeah, it's because the city people drove out there and overfarmed.
Yeah.
Yeah, they ripped out all the grass there, and they had nothing holding the roots down of the soil anymore.
Yeah. That's where the I had to learn about it about the event in school. Through that novel Grapes of Wrath. Great novel. I wish kids today would read that damn thing because it is such a great story, and they would learn a lot of lessons if they read the damn thing.
Yeah, like how to read.
Exactly. Oh, but no, they got to play their Call of Duty and their video games and bullshit. Oh no, they don't like to read books. Oh no, nobody does.
And they can't read books.
That's why I said they don't even want to bother. I mean, you could learn to read if you wanted to bother reading.
I don't know. They're pretty stupid.
Yep.
3 generations of real bad decision making in this country.
I'd just go as far to say 5.
Yeah.
It's more than 3.
Yeah, that's a thirsty monkey.
Yep. That's a messed up name for a bar, man. Thirsty Monkey.
That's fine.
Yeah, I've
Sorry.
heard worse.
I have heard worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was living in Lawton, Oklahoma, there was a bar in town called Guys and Dolls. What's up with that? Guys and Dolls was like from the swing band era and shit. And you're calling that for your country bar? That's messed up.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Job?
Hey,
Job,
LDG.
also known as LDG. Evening, old man.
Yeah. Hey, Job, how are you doing?
Hey,
I got both links up there for you.
Yep, the links are there, Job, and also the link to the video, the music video itself based on the movie. That's in there too. Yeah, Willie Nelson. Damn, looked good back then. You don't look too good now.
Is he even alive?
Oh yeah,
He's still alive.
Yeah, he's still breathing. Yeah, I just watched a video on Bob Barker. He died in his sleep, natural causes, at home. 99 years old.
Yeah, 39 years old. They're not really going to question it.
Yeah, he missed his birthday by 5 months. 4 months, I'm sorry. 4 months. And Betty White missed her 100th birthday by a week.
2 weeks.
I heard a week.
It was 2 weeks.
It was 2 weeks? Okay.
Yeah.
2 weeks. Well, yeah, but Bob missed his by 4 months.
The important part is he got to the dollar. He got as close to the dollar without going over.
Yeah, if you can make it within $1 without going over, you'll win your showcase.
Ted Nugent, that's Ted Nugent that plays Skunk.
Yep. A guy named Skunk.
Yeah.
There's some funny names in this movie.
Yeah, I think that the rapper doesn't know it's sitting there. You're falling asleep.
Yeah, this isn't a knock against Oklahoma police, or sheriffs, but they're not exactly the most smart people on the block. No offense.
I don't know. They're smart enough not to be Texans.
Yeah. But then the Texans outnumber them.
I'm actually surprised they didn't set this in Texas.
I wish they had. That would have been more interesting. But they put it all the way up in, like I said, in Las Vegas, New Mexico. And I remembered that, and I was like, oh, well, yeah, you're working to film it in Arizona, for Christ's sake. Shit. You have to pay taxes on palm taxes to have any movie companies work there. That's why they stopped a long time ago.
I never heard that phrase before. Twist my nipples.
Well, there's a very good reason that this is set in Oklahoma.
Well, supposedly Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not filmed, but the setting is supposedly Oklahoma.
Supposedly, yeah.
Yeah. Toby was born in Oklahoma.
Yeah, he was. Guess who else was born in Oklahoma? Mr. Garth Brooks.
Well, Mr. Garth Brooks can go suck a dick.
Oh crap! This thing only made 800,000 in the theaters.
Yeah. Well, less than that. Less than 700,000. Yeah.
It had a budget of 10 million.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't really made for the theatrical run. It was made for CMT.
Yeah, it's meant more for. It's like an extended music video turned into a film. The video itself, the background that I posted in the chat, is about 5 minutes or so long. And of course, the music video is directed by the same man who directed this film, so that's why it's meant more. People watch it on CMT every once in a while, edited version, of course, but you know.
Oh, we lost someone. Oh, we lost Mr. Londell.
Mr. Londell? What happened to him?
Yeah. Oh,
he dropped out.
Oh.
He's not wearing his badge.
I don't think he ever does in this thing.
Maybe he had to maybe there was something that they couldn't do because of filming purposes. Couldn't technically wear it.
And Pop says, "Hail, Job." I like make fun of his name every once in a while. Joe Bay.
Oh, everybody called him Rack.
Rack? Yeah, Rack in the movie there, yeah. Be careful of Buck in this film. He's a backstabber and a front for the cartel. And there in Oklahoma. He's a bad man. Yeah, the actor who played Buck in this, I recognized him in some other country movies, westerns.
Oh, that's one of those towns. Everybody knows everybody. Know everybody's business.
Yeah. Well, like I said, uh, Toby Keith's dad, played by Willie Nelson, used to be the sheriff of the town. So when he retired, his son took over.
Yeah.
It's almost a. They made it almost look like a city. It's not necessarily a small town.
Hmm.
I've been to Las Vegas, New Mexico, so yeah, it's not like it's obviously not like Phoenix, Arizona. It's kind of more like uh, Chandler, Arizona, or like Tempe. They're good, moderate sized towns. They're nothing like Phoenix, which is a huge, big city. So Magnum, Oklahoma, the way they made it out of Las Vegas, New Mexico, was effective. It was about that size. Yeah, that Return of the Living Dead should be fun on Tuesday. Or, excuse me, Night of the Living Dead. Sorry about that. I've seen all the Living Dead movies. Yep, George A. Romero is a master. It's too bad he's dead. Hey, Pleasant. How's it going, PvP?
Hey,
Hey,
PvP.
PvP.
Hey, both links are up there for you. We are 30 minutes in, though.
Yeah, you'd like this movie, PvP, unless you've already seen it. I've seen it already, through CMT and video. It's a good song, too. The music video itself is in the chat also. The link for it. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he picked Night of the Living Dead. They're gonna get you, Elizabeth.
Yeah. The
Yep.
pop pick is
Oh,
apparently
Barbara.
the
Yeah,
concept.
yeah, yeah. Sorry, they're gonna get you, Barbara. Thank you, honey. Yeah, just. You ever see that one PvP? Night of the Living Dead, George A. Romero.
Oh no, he doesn't get to run that by the judge. Your little Podunk County judge doesn't get to say that the feds want him. Feds get him.
Yeah, that's the jurisdiction issue, right?
Yeah,
If he's a if
the,
he's a drug lord.
the guy who plays Rodney, or the deputy that Rodney plays there, he's the guy that get his ass whooped there with him in the cell.
Yeah, the guy that told them to stay out of their business, Tom Skerritt. Now he's a great actor. I like that guy. The head sheriff guy, or I guess their boss. Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah, Lonnie there's the one that'll get his ass whooped as soon as they open up the prison door. Oh, and PvP said yes, PvP. The voters chose the movie. They're going to get you, Barbara LL Green.
Great zombie.
We own it.
Yeah, we do own it.
And
Yep.
Jim says hail to PvP.
So, watching part of the sausage party video, did you make him cringe or did you make it mostly laugh?
Oh, he loved it. He absolutely loved it.
He loved it? Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
he did infinite damage to you Canadians. Oh, speaking of PvP.
Yeah, right. Hi, PvP.
Is it working?
PvP.
Is it
Yeah,
working?
Yeah, your voice is working. Yeah.
Okay, I just got some weird error message on YouTube, so, but I guess I don't need to worry about that because I'm on here. So
Yeah. Oh, that
Yeah.
happened. You just got refreshed.
I didn't
Oh,
know
yeah.
you guys were. I keep forgetting that, Gorilla. You do this Sunday evening movie stream every week too.
Yeah.
Silly me.
Uh,
Wow,
Pop
this
says-
page is out. Why can't I? This page is having a problem. That's weirdly weird.
Yeah.
I don't know why I can't connect to YouTube all of a sudden.
Yeah, you missed
That's
the guy
very
getting.
odd.
Yeah, you missed the guy getting skewered in the ass there with the bow and arrow.
That's very odd. Oh well, I won't worry about YouTube for now, but that's very strange. Because
Yeah,
obviously
Pop said-
it's
Is it
It's
just
gotta
a
be-
404 air?
eh?
Does it
What?
say 404 air?
No, it just said this page is having a problem, cannot connect.
Huh.
Yeah, I've never seen that before actually. That was very strange, but seems everything else is fine, so
Did I say
Yeah.
something that got us taken down?
yeah, I don't get it. It's like I don't think I've ever seen that message before, but
No, we're
Yeah,
still
Pop-
live.
Yeah, Pop said that I will eventually show off all the Living Dead movies in order. That'd be awesome, Pop.
so
I've
the
seen pretty much all of them.
So the 1968 Living Dead film is the one that won for Tuesday night's horror stream.
Yeah,
It's
it's
the original.
not too gory.
That's the one I voted for actually. So
Is it really gory?
Yeah, Night of
No.
the Living Dead.
no,
That's
no.
60s gory.
It's not gory at all. It's not gory at all.
Nah. You just see
Not
zombies
even not even close to being gory. Well, there's one scene I think where the living dead are eating meat, raw meat, but it's like it's not anymore. It's not. It's more gross than gory. It's just like how can these actors be eating raw pieces of meat? And it's like I don't know. I guess they're
Hey.
dedicated.
Well,
Hey,
that's
during Star Trek 6 Undiscovered Country there, during the meal scene, William Shatner paid each actor $20 per bite that they take on the green fucking food that they had there.
Oh
So
God.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure it's $20
don't worry,
for.
Pop. Yeah, don't worry, Pop.
Yeah,
They'll be-
it's not gory at all, Gorilla. It's actually the weird thing about about the 1968 original.
Don't
This
worry.
is like George
I won't
Romero's
spoil it
original.
for you.
His
Yeah,
original.
Pop
Originally,
says no spoilers.
No, I'm not going to spoil anything, but I just want to say the original 1968 Night of the Living Dead. There's really no gore at all. The thing is, what makes it great is it's just so well written, and the actors, the cast are so excellent all the way through it, and it's just got such a good, tight storyline. Right? It's like the story, the way it's written, is just really tight. The dialogue is really good. There's no padding. There's no fat on this film. This is like a film that just moves from scene to scene to scene through the entire movie, and
It's a
it's all
classic.
good. It
Yeah, it's
is
a classic. George A. Romero
exactly.
was the man. Okay. At first, he had Alfred Hitchcock. No, this is how it usually progressed. First, he had Alfred Hitchcock, but then you had George A. Romero. Then you had Wes Craven. Then you had M. Night Shyamalan. I mean, the list goes on and on. But a lot of people can, uh, you know, even Roger Corman
So,
can
a
like
steady
even.
downward spiral of talent.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. Yeah, George Romero was the king of zombies. That's true. In fact, when they did 28 Days later, uh, the director of that, who, by the way, in that movie, it's Cillian Murphy, who recently did Oppenheimer. He's in that film too. But the thing was, is that when they did 28 Days later, the director actually took his inspiration from Romero. So I was like, oh shit, that's awesome. And I had that movie too. So it's just good. It's nice when you have movies with zombies at work. Uh, I think. I mean, not so much the Will Smith one that Legend. I don't think that was very good.
I Am
But
Legend. They're not supposed
I
to
Am
be
Legend.
zombies.
Yeah, I know.
That was just the studio completely screwing over the book.
Yes. Yeah, no, we agree on that, Jim.
The book, very good.
Yeah,
That movie is a
awesome.
piece of crap.
Yeah, well, the movie is shit. The book was awesome. I think there was only one book that I read that corresponded to the film and made it effective, and that was The Stand, Stephen King's book. I read that from cover to cover. Great story. Then he puts out a great miniseries too, and he's in it. And I'm like, awesome. Probably one of the few I'd ever seen that adapted the book to a movie. It was just great. Loved it.
Oh, Rat got lucky last night.
You're right, Pop. Will Smith does suck liquid shit.
Now, yeah.
Yes. Now he sucked before he did his fist on the Oscar thing. After that, he just put his reputation down to the sewer. He sucked more before that.
Actually, it seems about the time he did I Am Legend is when his life started taking a downward spiral.
Yeah, I agree. Did you see Germ? Did you ever see that film he did with his son Jaden? Something
Yeah.
about Earth. Yeah, that's yeah, that's something. And then he did Hancock
After
with
Earth, I believe.
yeah, Hancock with
Hancock was pretty
Charlize
good.
Theron. Okay, yeah, Hancock was okay.
Hancock was rather funny.
Yeah, it was hilarious, especially when Charlize Theron kicked his butt, and Jason Bateman was there for comic relief. Yeah, you're right. It was okay. Not his best work. Though. Actually, I don't think Will Smith ever has had good work in anything. Not even in Men in Black. They could have done without him. I would have been happy
Oh,
with
no,
just Tommy Lee. Oh, I would have been happy
Tommy
with
Lee
Tommy
couldn't
Lee
have done
Jones.
that by himself. He needed.
That's what I said. Tommy Lee Jones could have
support.
done the whole series by himself.
No, it wouldn't have fit. They needed the more comedic, over the top actor compared to the comic. The comic was very dry.
You know who I liked in
the comic was more along the lines of the X-Files.
Yeah, but you know who I liked in those movies besides Tommy Lee was Tony Shalhoub, man, who did Monk. Yeah, he was good. I liked him. And then
I
Josh
liked the
Brolin.
progression they had from film to film with him.
Yeah, I did too.
Like Jay kept fucking him up. and he just didn't grow back all the pieces right.
They grow back. That was hilarious. And I didn't mind so much Josh Brolin in the third one. I thought he was pretty cool. You know, this was before he got started and did Thanos and all that stuff. So this was before that. I thought he was all right. I like Josh Brolin. But then, but then in Men in Black did International, and that sucked. Poor Hemsworth.
Yeah.
And they brought back Emma Thompson for that one. For International. Yeah, I felt bad for her and for him and Hemsworth. I liked Liam Neeson in it, though.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's just a bad script, all in all.
Yeah, just bad.
It
writing,
focused way too much on the female lead, and it had to make Hemsworth look like an idiot to help prop her up.
I know. That could have been an early version of Woke.
Not that early.
It
was like 2017 or 18 that movie came out.
Yeah, I think it was 2018. It's pretty recent. It's still recent. It's like within the last 5 years or so. We own them all. We own all four.
Oh, it was 2019.
2019, yeah, 4 years. Yeah, we own all four movies. We have all four Men in Black. Thank God they're not going to make any more. Or at least I hope not.
Yeah, I got them all in a package deal.
We did too. We actually got it for a discount.
Unfortunately, no one sells the Men in Black animated series.
I know, and I like the Men in Black animated series. Don't get me wrong. When I first saw it on Saturday morning, I was like, "Oh wow, cool!"
It is better than International or Men in Black 3.
Yes, I agree. Though they could have used all the original voices, though. They didn't. They used different voices, right? Yeah.
Yeah, they used the actual voice actors.
They did? I didn't think they did.
Not the Tommy Lee Jones and whatnot. They used voice actors, not actors.
That's what I mean, voiceover actors. Right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Because Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones would be a little bit out of their price budget.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know who I miss mostly, though?
What's that?
It's Rip Torn.
Hey guys,
Who played the boss before Emma took over?
Yeah, we can hear you.
We can hear it.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on tonight. I don't think.
1 and 2.
Give me. I got it. I just mute. I had to mute YouTube there. I don't know what's going on tonight, guys. Like my internet's been really good for the last week, but something weird's going on tonight because I just couldn't load some pages.
Yeah.
So I just thought, oh, screw it, I'll just restart, right? Which is what I just did. But
yeah, Sausage Party screwed up your internet for you.
I don't know what's going on. I'm just gonna try and find the Cosme now if I can.
It's cosmic justice for you saying you like Sausage Party. The universe is against you.
Okay.
Yeah, now it's against you.
Yeah, do you need the Cosby link again?
I don't know. I thought, I was expecting to really hate that film, but I thought it was kind of cute and funny, actually. So I guess I'm weird. Well, I know I'm weird. You guys know I'm weird, right? But I really enjoyed it. I'm sorry. I'm not going to apologize. I had fun.
Apologize. Yeah, I'm glad you did.
Well, it wasn't
like.
Oh God, I would hate to pay the gas in that thing.
Well, Oh,
Well,
what
the
the
diesel
what
probably.
the fuck? What the okay? I have no idea what's going on in this damn movie. You guys, can you guys bring me up to date here? Like, because I don't have no knowledge of this film.
Well,
All right,
basic-
so
okay. You want to say
Oh,
it?
Because
you
I
go
or
ahead,
missed
I
like
did?
I missed
I
like
could.
half an hour of it. So
Go ahead,
Well,
Mikey.
the basic plot is there was a music video called "Beer for My Horses," which Toby Keith, Rodney Carrington, and he's now Sir Willie Nelson. But back then he was just Willie Nelson before he got knighthood. But the basic story is they use the town of Las Vegas, New Mexico, as a fictional town called Mangum, Oklahoma. And basically, Willie Nelson, Toby Keith's dad, who he plays his dad in this thing, used to be the sheriff. He retired. So now they have, Toby is taken over the mantle from his dad. And all of a sudden, there's these prostitutes that start dropping dead around this fertilizer plant, which they have in town.
that's
And it's owned by a guy named Buck, whose fertilizer plant is a front for a Mexican drug cartel, the Garza brothers. So basically, Toby Keith and his sidekick, played by Rodney Carrington, deputy, try to figure out, what's going on. And finally, eventually they found out that Buck, who's the owner of the fertilizer plant, is the one that's financing the brothers down there in Mexico. And what happens is that Toby Keith's girl, played by Gina Gershon, gets kidnapped. And then they have to go and get her. But before that happens, they actually, arrest one of the Garza brothers. They catch him in a drug sting. So then, it's kind of like, I'll exchange my brother for your girl or she dies.
okay.
And now you're all caught up.
Now you're
Actually, after listening to Mikey's description, I'm totally confused as hell, but that's okay. Basically, there's a lot of dead hookers that showed up, and somebody's girl is in jeopardy, and they got to go save her.
And they got to go save her.
Did I get that? Basically, she's kind of wow. Okay, send her over to my place right now.
You really want
Damn.
You don't want that. That's
I know.
at least 3 different shots.
She's half a dozen versions of venereal disease on legs. I know, but damn, she's kind of cute.
Yeah, you really want a lot lizard, huh, PvP?
She is kind of cute though. You gotta admit, she's pretty good looking.
Oh no.
That's one thing I'll say. I might be.
No, she's a little small.
I might be a bit of an idiot at times, but I've never been attracted to low life ladies. Like I can spot one a mile away, and it's like, nope, my penis ain't having nothing to do with that. It's like, who needs the misery, right?
PvP, I've never called you an idiot. You're not an idiot by far. None of
Well,
us are,
I can be kind of dumb at times.
oh
my God, this is hilarious. Oh God, this is great. Pilgrim. Hey, nice John Wayne reference.
Yeah, Pop is right. Will Smith has always sucked. Yes. Yeah, it's
This
true.
is excellent.
Yeah.
Is that Ted Nugent? Is that guy in the hat?
Yes.
You're kidding my ass. That's actually.
Nope.
Oh my God, it's Ted Nugent. Oh, F me, man. That is nuts.
I know.
Wow, Ted Nugent. Oh my goodness.
He gave the gun to the kid.
I cannot believe this. Well, she's not really a kid. She's kind of like maybe a teeny bopper, but
yeah,
man,
she
she's
is 13
really,
years old.
Man.
She's really wanting to do this guy, isn't she? Jesus. Oh, wow. That was nuts.
Jim's Landscape said PvP.
Yeah, she's a hooker. Dude, Just because she straps on a cross between her titties doesn't mean she's a Christian girl. She's still a hooker.
She's bad.
She might be a Christian hooker, but she's still a hooker.
Stephen D. Skunk Tarver.
I'm loving this. Is great. I'm loving this, guys. This is awesome.
And don't forget PvP in Oklahoma. They're Bible Belt, so if she's a hooker, she is going to be wearing a crucifix, even if she is a prostitute.
So you're saying she might be a prostitute, but she still goes to church on Sundays.
Exactly.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. These don't even get a break, huh?
Now there's a greasy-looking dude if I've ever seen one.
I
wouldn't give that guy the time of day. I'd want to punch him in the head too. Oh, what the hell's that? Jeez.
I think when you see movies about Oklahoma, then you understand why Texans hate them, because they think they're so backward. And I'm like, you Texas fools are just as backward as they are. So figure it out. Go down on the football field and knock your asses off. Who cares?
Well, Mikey, as a Canadian, I mean, I hate to say this, and it's probably not generically true, but a lot of us Canucks kind of think a lot of Americans are kind of backwards.
Which is understandable, because most of them are anyway.
It's like, especially even some of you American guys will say, I went through the southern U.S. on a holiday, and boy, were those people ever fucked up. I know stories, right? And it's like, okay, I'm not going to argue with you dudes.
From the northern liberal beatnik.
I don't think it's about
you
conservative or liberal. It's just like there's just a different culture, it seems, in certain parts of North America. If you get my drift.
Well, it is bigger than Europe.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Only slightly. We're talking a lot of square miles there, Jern.
Well, I remember one time I did the map of just Canada alone, and I think just Canada being the second biggest country after Russia and the biggest democracy on the planet Earth. I remember comparing it because I had friends, in England, right? So I compared one time. I just did the map: Canada to the UK, Canada to Europe, and it was like shocking because I think you could fit most of Europe inside Canada, and it was nuts. It was just totally nuts, right?
You can fit 3 Europes from the Texas border up to the Arctic Circle.
Yeah, it's nuts. It's totally nuts.
You can, yeah.
But I kind of really that's one reason I love being a Canadian, is because we got all these miles and miles of empty space. And if you want to, if you're one of these people that just wants to lose yourself and roam and, just get into an empty place, it's here. It's very much here.
Well, when I told you about 6 years ago when I drove back here to Canada, to bring Suzanne home, back here to Toronto, we started in East Point, Idaho, right there at the border,
Idaho.
Yeah, we started from
there.
Idaho.
I've been in Idaho. Jeez, this is taking me back like 40 years to my 20s. But me and my crazy, friends did. Well, hey, I'll give you a backstory. When did Ronald Reagan? When did Ronald Reagan call the airplane strike? He just grounded the planes because the air traffic controllers wanted to raise.
I think it was early 80s,
Yeah,
that was 83.
83.
Right.
Okay.
83,
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Because that's my friends and I were actually going to go fly down to Las Vegas and have a wild drunken weekend together, right? Me and about half a dozen of my crazy early 20s friends. We were really looking forward to it. And then, of course, Reagan says, fuck that. I'm going to just, no flights. It's like, oh, great. Actually, it ended up being awesome, though, because what did my crazy friends do? Like, I was in Calgary at the time at my friend's house when he called the landed the planes, right? Now, why do I never have girls like this do this to me when I'm driving down the road? Jesus Christ! Now, okay, see, if I had women showing me their tatas like that, I'd probably drive more often.
Or you're driving to the side of a ditch.
Yeah, but damn it, I've never had a woman do that. I wish I
Oh
I had.
man.
Anyway, I'll keep this short. I just want to say, instead of going to Vegas, we decided to say, okay, we're in Calgary. What's south of Calgary? It's like, oh, south of Calgary is Idaho. So we got in our several vehicles. There was like 6 of us, and we had two cars. We got in our cars, and then we said, fuck it, let's drive to Idaho. So we drove through Idaho. I gotta say, guys, is Idaho one of the most boring places on earth?
Yes.
The only good thing about Idaho is it's got great potatoes, right? Other than that,
Wow,
though,
that's not saying much though.
there's not much to see in Idaho. I'll tell you that, guys.
No.
And then I guess south of that, we went through Montana, I guess it is, and they got the nuclear vessels in there, right? They got some silos with nukes. So we drove by there, and that's mostly farmers, so that was pretty boring. And then we thought, oh, screw this. So we
Hey,
headed.
there's Willie.
Really? You got some damn good famous folks in this movie. I'm loving that.
Tom Skerritt's in there too.
I always love
mentioned
Willie
Tom
Nelson.
Skerritt. Yeah, Tom Skerritt.
Willie Nelson's a cool guy.
He is. And still breathing.
And he smokes a lot of dope, which makes him even cooler, right, for an American. He gets away with it, I guess, because he's famous. Otherwise, they would have locked his ass up years ago, I'm thinking.
Oh, they would have thrown him in prison long.
It's
time.
nuts. Yeah, but I guess he's like one of those people that's too big to touch, right? Oh, you can make my fantasies come true, baby. Oh,
Yeah,
God, baby.
make sure to get your injections beforehand.
Tell me about it.
Be proactive.
But anyway, me and my crazy friends, we decided, screw this. This is boring. Let's cross over the mountains and go to Washington State. So we ended up in Seattle. And man, did we have a party time in Seattle.
There ain't shit in Seattle.
No, Seattle might be shit now, but I tell you, back in the 80s, it was a fun town. It was great fun. God, we had a good time.
I've been here since the 80s, Sid.
Well, back then
it is not a good town.
Well, not now, but it was good back then in '83. And the thing is, as tourists, we had gotten traveler's checks, right? You know what traveler's checks are, right, guys? They're like basically like cash. Okay, we had Canadian traveler's checks. We went to Seattle had a lot of bars on the piers back then because they have a lot of piers. So we went to one of these really hot nightclubs when we got there, and we go to the bar and we're drinking bourbon, right? Because we asked for whiskey, but they don't know what Canadian whiskey is, so they give us bourbon, which is when I actually fell in love with my favorite drink, bourbon, because that's when I discovered that it actually existed. So we got like $50 traveler's checks. The guy at the bar is too stupid to know the difference between a Canadian and American dollars, right? So we give him a $50 Canadian traveler's check to buy our booze, and the guy gives us cash back in American dollars. So we're like making like, I don't know, 20-30% profit every time we buy a drink. Oh my God. Talk about a great night we had. We were there like 4 or 5 hours boozing it up, and I don't know. Between all of us, we probably made like $100 profit just getting drunk. Like, tell me, guys, that's a good evening for anybody, is it not?
That's a bartender who was getting shot.
Oh, that bartender! Actually, they probably walked him off the end of the pier the next day.
I guarantee
anyway, they dumped him.
Oh God! Oh my,
I guarantee he got fired. For sure.
Oh, that was such a good night, though. I'll never forget that night because it was me, my cousin, couple of our best friends. We were all just boozing it up and having fun. And of course, being a 80s nightclub, they were playing all the cool 80s songs. And yeah, it was
Yeah,
a lot of
and
fun. Damn.
yeah, I don't know if I told Jerm this, but in 2009, I went to visit a couple of friends. One of my friends at the time was living in the Seattle area, and another one was living down in the Tri-Cities in Pasco.
Okay.
And he came up. He came up to visit our friend also. She was Jennifer Newberry at the time. I went to see her perform at the Bite of Seattle music festival. That was a good festival, Jerm. That was good. They had some good bands there.
I've been
Good
to the
local
Bite of
music.
Seattle
Yeah, do
was
you like it? Yeah.
Yeah, Seattle was a fun town back in those
The
days.
local
Like,
music scene has been pretty much crap since Nirvana left.
Seattle
Yeah,
was real. Sorry,
Yeah,
go
no, I
ahead.
was gonna say
Go ahead,
I
Ryan.
thought that some of the bands. Oh no, I'm sorry. I was just gonna say some of the bands I saw were actually pretty good. There was a cover band that did Heart, and they did it pretty well. I took some pictures. I took some video. It was good. I liked it. I liked the festival. It was good.
Well, I mean, Seattle's kind of known for music ever since Nirvana and all that stuff hit, right? In the
Yeah.
mid 90s.
Yeah, they got the reputation. It is not well earned anymore. Now they think Macklemore is the height of talent around here.
The sad thing
Macklemore is a schmuck.
sad thing with grunge, it kind of lasted for 3 or 4 years and then it completely collapsed, right? So
Well, it went by the wayside, man.
totally.
It went to hell. Grunge went to hell when they had that double death of Chris Cornell and
Yeah, Cornell. Didn't Cornell kill himself? Like, if I remember
Bennington.
correctly.
When they died,
Actually, Cobain and
went to
Cornell
shit.
both were suicides, weren't they? Come to think of it. What the hell is this?
They're at
What
a
the
freak.
hell?
They're at a freak show.
Oh my good lord. What the fuck is he doing? He's gonna light himself on fire? That's a good one. Oh, that's a good line. They gave Willie a good line there. Yeah, I enjoyed Seattle. I think I went there like 3 times with friends over the years, and every time I went up in the Space Needle, and it's like, you guys have no idea how high that damn Space Needle is unless you've gone up in the elevator. That sucker's really, really tall. It's a really tall building. I think
really
I compared it to other structures. It's like it's higher than the Eiffel Tower in Paris. It's really, really tall. But it's really cool. Space Needle was awesome.
I think it was
May have been when it wasn't maybe the 5th or 6th
I
tallest
remember
building.
I remember looking it up once on the highest, tallest buildings, and it was definitely up on the list of one of the tallest. And I think it actually beat the Eiffel Tower by a fair, considerable number of feet, right, in height. So it's a very cool building, though. Because it has a restaurant on the top, right? And it's got like that rotating restaurant you can eat, and you see the changing scene of Seattle as it rotates. It's pretty cool.
You do not want to go up there now.
Well, I have no desire to go back to the States now because, States used to be fun, but now not so much.
I've been to BC. Canada is not really in a good spot yourselves.
Well, I got no problems living in BC personally. I have no complaints. I don't know. Life's pretty good here as far as I'm concerned.
Now life's pretty good here in the Toronto area too.
Yeah, I got no concerns. I mean, nothing's perfect. I don't give a fuck where anybody lives. You're never going to live in paradise unless you're living in a fantasy world. Or you're delusional, but every place has its problems, right? Oh
Yeah.
this reminds me of being in Seattle one time. My friends and I went to you know what the Seattle Seahawks football team, right?
I've seen
Guys,
the stadium.
Yep.
I've seen the stadium. I know where it is.
okay. Back then, when we used to go to Seattle back in the day in the 80s, we went to a Seattle Seahawks game and had a great time. And the Seahawks sucked donkey balls and they totally lost. And it was horrible. But then we had to pee so bad after drinking like 3 or 4 overpriced beers. So there was a lineup, to the urinals, right? So it was so long, we just said, fuck this. Let's just get in our cars and go back to the hotel. Man, I have never been in so much pain in my effing life. It took
You
us
must
like.
have.
Well,
You must have been.
the thing is, when the football game ends, everybody decides to leave at the same time in the parking lot, right?
They
So
had terrible facilities.
It took us 20 minutes just to get out of the goddamn parking lot, guys, because everybody else had the same idea. Let's go home and take a leak.
Well, that must have been when the
Oh.
that must have been when the Seahawks used to play at the Kingdom.
There we were.
Yeah.
Yes, but it was in the Kingdom. I actually
God!
I actually saw a game in the Kingdom. That's how old I am.
No. that the Kingdom was one of the worst places in the world.
Oh, it was horrible.
Have a
It was
sporting
horrible.
event. It's
Oh
actually
my
it
God.
actually sucked. It was totally
Yeah.
sucked.
You don't want to see. Well, you don't. The Kingdom's gone now. So anyway,
Thank God.
to
Thankfully.
make a long story short, it took us like probably half an hour to get back to the hotel, and there was like 5 of us that had to take a piss so bad our back teeth were floating, kind of thing, right? So anyway, we actually made it. I don't know how we did. We basically held our bladders back from letting like the tide flow, and I'll never forget getting back to the hotel and getting into the bathroom, and taking that piss. It probably still is the most satisfying piss I ever had, because it was like, oh my God, relief. Oh,
Oh,
but yeah.
it was so bad when I was living in Arizona. And I got to tell you, when I was living in Arizona, before the Cardinals, before the Arizona Cardinals built that huge UFO monstrosity out in Glendale,
What the hell?
they used to
Really?
have to play. Yeah, they used to have to play at Arizona State University Sun Devil Stadium. And I was like, I had been to 3 games there at Sun Devil Stadium. And you think the Kingdom conditions sucked? Oh, fuck, man. I'm telling you, you'd have a line going around
Hey.
in a circle around the damn thing.
At least you didn't have concrete slabs
We had concrete
randomly
slabs.
falling.
We had concrete slabs randomly falling. I'm telling you, ASU Sun Devil Stadium, before they did modifications to it, sucked bean balls, man. Like really, like taco bean, like explosions, bad stuff, man. It sucked.
Yeah, I think the Kingdom actually did have concrete slabs falling eventually towards the
Of
end of
course
its
they
life,
did.
didn't it?
They did.
The
Yeah.
last 3 years that the Mariners played there, they had to stop the game because of loose concrete tiles.
That's bad. I actually got
That
to
doesn't
see.
surprise me.
I actually got to see a couple of Mariners games in the late '90s with my cousin when they moved to. They had gone to Safeco Field by then, which was actually a really awesome stadium. It was really nice, and that was back. We got to see them in their heyday when they had Ichiro, and they were doing really,
Ichiro
really good.
Suzuki. Yeah, Ichiro
Yeah.
Suzuki.
It was
Yeah.
back in the late '90s when they were like a contender.
Well-
They were like a contender to to win the championship back in those years, right? And I'll never forget it. My cousin and I, we were big Mariners fans, so
They were
there
never a
Friday.
contender to win the pennant.
They had
They had the 116 games, but they were never in the top 3 for the
they had a
odds for the
chance.
AL.
They came close.
Don't forget you also.
They got
But
swept in the second round.
They did set the record for most wins in a season. I think they probably still hold that record. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, 116 to 46. Yeah,
116 games. That's a lot of
I
games.
went to 4 of those games.
You did? Oh.
Mariners were great back then.
Was that when you still had Randy Big Unit Johnson, or when you lost?
Oh yeah, the unit, yeah.
Big
that
Unit.
was a couple years after.
Yeah.
He had moved on to Arizona.
He was the
and he got Arizona World Series title against the Yankees.
Well, Randy Johnson.
That's the year that
I guess Randy Johnson had moved on by then, but you had Buhner, the Bone, and you had what's his name, Junior. I can't remember his fucking name.
Junior had moved on.
They had a lot of great players.
2001.
The team was basically packed with power talent, just powerhouse talent, and that's why no wonder they won 116 games that year, because they had a whole year where they're just kicking ass, basically, which I love, because back then in Canada we got a lot of the broadcasts. We got probably 2/3 of their games on our channels here, because when you're hot, and the channels put your games on, right? Which they don't anymore, But yeah, boy, those were good. Those were good days. Anyway, my cousin and I, we went to see 2 games, and it was great because on the Friday game, we had my favorite pitcher of all time on the Mariners was Jay Buhner. Jay Buhner, he was not a power pitcher by any means. He's actually a low ball.
Jay Buhner was a right fielder.
He would pitch like underhand.
But we got another guy.
And fool them, right? But damn it, I'll never forget. On the Friday game we saw, Buhner pitched a perfect game. Not one
I have no idea who you're talking about. Jay Buhner didn't pitch a game in his life.
Yeah. Hey there, Pop.
Jay Buhner was a right fielder, and in 2001, he was a bench player. Because
I can't remember.
Hey, Pop.
Good to see you all.
Yeah.
Hey, Pop. My memory's fucking fading, so I'm going to look at Seattle Mariners.
Sorry, didn't mean to kill the conversation. Go ahead, guys.
Right. I've been quiet most of the time. I've been enjoying the movie.
I'm just looking at players.
So how are you doing, Pop?
Not bad, hanging in there, just taking it easy today. How are you guys doing?
I'm
doing okay.
Not bad.
I'm about the same, hanging in there.
That's good to hear.
At least I didn't fall asleep before this one.
PvP, that was Randy Johnson that pitched the Mariners' first
no. Randy Johnson had left by that time.
No,
yeah,
it says
you might be
Randy
thinking
Johnson,
of Jamie Moyer.
Yeah,
that's
you
the
might
guy.
Jamie Moyer.
Thank you.
Moyer.
Thank you so much. I was trying to look up. Yes, Jamie Moyer. He was my favorite all-time baseball pitcher because Jamie was never he was never a power pitcher that would throw the hard ball, to beat guys. He was that guy that would throw a much lower paced ball, like much lower, miles per hour. But the way he could curve it around, he was a finesse, what I call a finesse pitcher, right? He could just finesse that ball around guys and just totally fool them, right? And they'd miss it. They'd miss it so many times. And anyway, my cousin
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Here's a great picture. My cousin and I went to the Friday game the first day we got there, and Jamie was on the mound. And it was great because my cousin and I went to the Mariners had a little bar at the end of the field, and we went and had a couple of drinks, and then we walked out, to get to our seats. And we walked out, and we looked across the field, and there's this dude out there walking. And I said, "Holy crap, Mark, that's Jamie Moyer." And he's like, "No, it can't be Jamie Moyer." I'm like, "Yes, it fucking is. It's Jamie Moyer." And it was. We were both like, "Holy shit, it's Jamie Moyer." Walking on the field. Like, he was like, 1,000 yards away from us. So, of course, we couldn't communicate. But I was just like, this is great. Jamie's got the game tonight. So we went, and he pitched a perfect game. He was so good that night. The game, well, the average ball game is like what, 3 hours? Jamie pitched this so damn well, the game was over in 2 hours and 15 minutes because nobody on the other team even got a hit. It was pretty much a perfect game, right? He crucified the opposing team. It was so awesome. I couldn't believe it. I was like in heaven. I'm watching my favorite pitcher just do what he does, and he's just killing these guys, right?
Yeah, that sounds
cool. It was
no,
so good.
I was just reading. Like I said, I knew that Randy pitched one when he was with the Mariners in 1990. But
Randy Johnson was a power pitcher, right?
Oh yeah, he was awesome.
Yeah, but Moyer was kind of the opposite.
He was a nice guy. Yeah, no, Randy was cool. Well, they over in Cooperstown, which no longer exists, my cousin Alice Cooper named a hot dog, a Hebrew national hot dog, after him called the Big Unit, a huge dog.
The Big Unit?
The Big Unit. Yeah, it was a hot dog that could accommodate 3 people. My wife, myself, and a friend of ours all ate it. It was good, very good. And they announced it too. When you order it,
I remember the
Big Unit, and they set off these alarms and yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, Mikey, from the mid '90s to the early 2000s, the Mariners, I think, were one of the great baseball teams, in the U.S. And then after that, they just fell apart, right? I mean, they've basically sucked for the last 20 years. So,
unfortunately, they sucked a good while before that.
Well, PvP, let me tell you who
had flashes.
They were
brilliant, but never lasted more than a season.
Oh, they had their great season in 2001, and then they fell apart.
Yeah, and then the Mariners threw it. Yeah, then their last no-hitter they threw was a combined one in 2012. They had 6 innings from Kevin Millwood, and then they had Charlie Furbush, Stephen Pryor, Lucas Luce, Brandon League, and the closer was Tom Wilhelmsen. That was a combined no-hitter in 2012. So they've had 3 in their history.
And I think the night I saw Moyer, he had a no-hitter because I don't think anybody on the opposing team got on the first base that night, which is absolutely awesome.
You sure he played for it? No, I'm just saying, you sure he played for the Mariners? Because Jamie Moyer, I know, threw a no-hitter for somebody else, but I don't think it was for the Mariners.
Well, he did
threw
play
one
on
for Philadelphia at one point.
I'm pretty sure that night.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he had his no-hitter.
He was on their championship team.
Oh, okay.
Moyer's he was a great pitcher. Like, he was a damn good pitcher.
Yeah.
Hey, it's like, I don't embrace crap. If I embrace something, it's got to be good. And Moyer was damn good.
Yeah, he pitched for 25 years. He played for the Cubs, the Rangers, the Cardinals, the Orioles, the Red Sox, the Mariners, the Phillies, and the Colorado Rockies. That was the last team I remember he played for.
Yeah, it's like you're a rock star when you get to work for that many teams, right? It's like people want your talent, right? I can see it if you only pitch for 1 or 2 teams, it'd be like, okay, he lucked out. But when you pitch for that many teams, you got to be doing something right.
Well, he retired at the age of 49, is what it says here.
Well, Moyer was very much a family man, right? Because how many kids does he have? Like 5 or 6?
Right now, he has Dylan, James, Hutt. I'm trying to read.
He had a lot of children.
Scott Moyer, he's got 5.
Yeah, exactly. He was very much a family man.
Actually, he has 8.
Mikey.
He has 8 kids. Yeah, he has 8 kids. He's
Exactly.
got
So,
Dylan James, Hutton Scott, Duffy Margaret, McCabe Joseph, Catalina Rose, Grady Adele, Yennefer, and Timony.
so
I've never
that's
heard of names like that before.
uh, creative, but that's my
Yeah,
point, though. Is like Jamie was an incredibly talented pitcher and had a great career in baseball, but it wasn't
yeah.
his entire life, right? He was very much a family man. And damn, did he ever create a family? Eh? I
He
know what
did.
Jamie was doing in his off days with that many kids.
Yeah, he has
Jesus,
7 children.
power,
Yeah,
power to you, Jamie. Like, man, he actually must have been a damn stud when you got like 8 kids. Holy crap.
yeah. Well, he
Damn.
was formerly married. Yeah, he was formerly married up to 2017. His wife in 1988, Karen Moyer. So from 88 to 2017. That's what it says here.
We got less than 20 years to create 8 kids. Holy crap. He was definitely pumping it out.
Yeah, it says that he's not in the Hall of Fame because
He
it says his
should be.
career was fairly average. Well, yeah, but it
He
says
should
here,
be.
yeah, he had 269 wins, 209 losses. He had a 4.25 ERA, a 1.322 with hitters in position, and a 2.11 strikeout to walk ratio. And it puts him well below average likely Hall of Famers. So yeah,
I
that's
don't
why
know.
he's not in there yet.
I guess. I just know anytime I watch, like we used to get probably 50, 60% of the games on the TV here up in BC went back then when they were a hot team, right? Because I could watch
Yeah,
them. We had our Sportsnet, probably played half their games, and then I could pick them up on some of the Seattle channels here. So I'd probably end up getting like 2/3 of their games every year. Back then, way back then, like in the 80s, 90s kind of thing. And every time I watched Moyer, of course he didn't always win the game, but every time I did watch Jamie, I was always impressed by what a damn good, solid pitcher he actually was. That's why he's one of my favorite pitchers of all time. I just thought he was very, very talented.
yeah. You saw him. You must have seen him with the Mariners when he played for them between. It says here 1996 and 2006. That's when he played
Yeah,
with the
I
Mariners.
think we saw him in the
Yeah.
late '90s. It was probably like '96 or something. I can't remember,
So
but
it must have been when it must have been when he started with them.
it was back in the day when we could just show our birth certificate to cross the border. Boy, those were different days, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
in 2000. Oh yeah,
by the way, Mikey, the second day we went to the Saturday game, and it was the complete opposite. I can't remember who was pitching that night, but that was the night we didn't need pitching because we had the bats going, right.
right.
And I'll never forget. It was like a stellar, just a stellar shit show of batting. Like I think there was like 8 home runs or something. The team was just on fire that night, and they were just banging the balls out of the stadium, right? And the other team was just crucified. I think it was like 8-1 or something by the end of the Saturday game. So that was pretty awesome. The second night
Yeah,
was a lot of fun.
yeah. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, and he's played for a lot. Like I said, he's played for a lot of teams. Um, it says here he's the oldest. He's the oldest pitcher uh, he set the record for the oldest Major League Baseball player to record a run batted in. So, at the
Yeah,
time before he retired, yeah,
he was getting up there when he retired. Definitely, Mikey. Yeah.
yeah, he also holds the Major League record for most
Is
home
close
runs
to
allowed by a
50.
pitcher with 522. He's allowed the most home runs by one pitcher in a career, 522.
Yeah, he's also faced the most batters
Yes, he has. That's
by
true. That's true.
a good wide margin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he jumped back and forth between teams. Mostly he played with the Mariners, and then he went to the Colorado Rockies. I remember him pitching for the Rockies in a game they played against the Diamondbacks when I was living in Arizona. So yeah.
He did have
Oh,
a
yeah.
stop by in Philadelphia for a World Series.
Yeah. Hey, Joe, I thought the movie was pretty good. Good there. It just ended there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. What'd you think, Germ?
Man, it's better than that sausage party.
How about you, PvP?
I got here late. I ended up talking about the Mariners. I don't remember a whole hell of a lot about the film, to be honest, but I'm sure it was probably a good movie if I'd actually paid attention. So
I was just disappointed they did not play the song "Beer for My Horses."
I feel bad. I know.
I am disappointed in that. The only reference they got was at the end. They all did a cheer, "Beer for My Horses." That's the only reference we got.
hey, we got a film.
They did
picked
that
up.
salute like 4 times throughout the movie.
Oh, I
Yeah.
only seem to remember one time there at the end.
Have we, Gorilla, have you picked a film for next Sunday or no?
Next Sunday is Robin Williams, and I was thinking doing my favorite Robin Williams there, Dead Poet Society.
Yes.
That'd
Great
be good.
film.
I've actually never seen that, so I'd totally love to see
Okay,
that.
we won't say anything. We want you to see that, PvP. It's a great film.
I hear it's
Okay,
an excellent film, but I once again I got about 10,000 things on my watch list, so I'll probably be long dead before I ever get to them. But yeah, I'd love to see that because I've never have. So good one, Gorilla.
Yeah.
And Daniel, we were watching Beer for My Horses. It just ended.
Yeah.
Yeah, sadly we're not watching nothing now, Daniel. We're just yakking.
Yeah, we're yakking about baseball and
Yeah. Sorry guys. I didn't mean to sidetrack it into frickin' Seattle
oh,
Mariners
that's okay.
baseball history, but
Yeah, that's okay.
oh well. Life
He's
is
done.
life.
Yeah, Moyer's done a lot for
I just think Jamie Moyer was
philanthropy. Yeah,
I just think Jamie Moyer was a great pitcher. That's all. I'm a big fan. Sorry. I just like watching him pitch because he had that kind of soft ball, almost underhand throw, and he could just strike guys out with that pitch so often. I loved it.
yeah, but his pitch was so slow. They said that
Yeah,
he pitched 81.6 miles per hour. That
exactly.
is slow. That
Exactly.
is slow.
He'd throw the slow ball, but he'd still get guys striking out, right? Because they'd swing for it and they'd miss. And every time he'd strike a guy out, I'd be like, yes, that's great.
That's because he had a fair range. He topped out mid 80s, but he can throw down to about a high 50s.
Yeah, he was just a really, really good pitcher. Like he found his talent, let's put it that way. He found his range of what he could do. And when he found his range, he did the most with it, is what I think about Jamie. Hey, Daniel's on here.
Yeah, hey, Daniel. How's
Hi,
it going?
Daniel.
Hi, Daniel.
Hi, what's up, guys?
Nothing.
Oh,
we
we're
just
doing
got
good,
done
Daniel.
watching.
Not much. We're just hanging out.
Good
Yeah,
to
we
see you,
got-
Daniel.
Good
Yeah,
to see
thanks,
you.
Pop. It's nice to see you too. Nice to see you guys
Oh,
too.
by the way, Pop, I don't know if I said hi, but I want to say hi now, and I hope you're doing well today, my friend.
Hanging in there, best to be expected. Thanks.
Have you guys seen Ahsoka?
Oh, hell no.
Oh, no spoilers, please.
No. But I gotta say, it's really good.
I don't plan to. I don't
I don't
care how
think you're
good
gonna
or bad
find
it
any-
is.
I don't think you're
I
gonna
ain't
find any
fucking
Star Wars
bothering.
fans. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna find any Star Wars fans here.
No, I like Star Wars. I just haven't gotten around to watching it yet.
You like the Disney Star Wars?
Oh,
No,
I
I don't
watched
like.
part
I
of
don't.
it. I'm
I
trying to
don't
get my
like the
kid into
Disney
it
Star
one-
Wars.
One
but
little
like
bit
seriously,
at a
there's no
time.
difference. There's no difference from OG Star Wars and Disney Star Wars. I don't find.
There's a hell of a lot of difference.
George Lucas is not existing anymore. There's a big difference. Yeah.
Oh,
And Star Wars used to be equal opportunity, not just all female. So yeah, there's a big difference. Big difference. I'm not the only, and I'm not hallucinating. It's
I
crap.
I
No
just want to
offense, but
I never said you hallucinated.
I just want to ask pop culture quickly. The Lost in Space Dream is happening tomorrow night, correct?
definitely is.
And that's 6 p.m. Pacific, if I remember.
6 p.m. Pacific, Ghost in Space, Season 1, Episode 19.
Perfect, because I need to watch that one. I have not watched that tonight yet, but I will before I go to bed. So great,
Same here. I
awesome.
got to watch it tonight, too. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Damn, we're really getting through. We're getting through season 1 quite quickly, are we not?
Yeah, try to, if you guys get a chance, try to watch Lost in Space for tomorrow night and then Night of the Living Dead for Tuesday.
I don't need to rewatch Night of the Living Dead because I've probably seen it like 5 times.
Oh, I've seen it more than that, but that doesn't
Yeah.
matter. I'm going to watch it again.
I won't bother because I pretty much
It's-
got it memorized.
It's kind of too bad because I know people voted for it, so I went ahead and. But I went ahead, that had the most votes, but that's actually, that movie's better for Halloween night, but it'll be good for Tuesday.
It's a classic, so there's no worries. Like it's all good.
Maybe I'll do the remake for Halloween.
You could always do one of the sequels for Halloween.
Oh, I'll be doing all the sequels in order, but I'm talking about the Tom Savini 1991 version, I think is what it was. In color.
Well, actually, the scary thing, Pop, is we're not that far away from Halloween since we're at the end of August. We got like
Yeah.
2 months to go. We will be
Yeah.
at Halloween.
Maybe by then we'll be doing Day of the Dead or something like that, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, damn. Where did the year go? Like we got 4 months left, right?
It's been
I
a
remember-
long, dragging.
It seemed like yesterday
hell
that I was in
escape of the year.
January and now I'm in August. It's like, what the fuck?
Well, compared to the last 2 years, this has been last 3 years, it's been a better year.
Oh yeah, it's been a good
Well,
year.
yeah, you haven't had to go to the black market to get your groceries.
Yeah, that's the only, I'd say, bad thing is definitely inflation is way up there. The economy is really down there. So, yeah, people are more divided than ever. The politics have really seeped into everybody and divided people, which is really sad. It seems like it's getting worse every year. But I don't know. What can you do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're living in a strange world.
Yeah, we are.
Still, I make the best.
Yeah, we're living in a country now where they jail their political opponents. I mean, that's downright communism right there. I mean, it's the worst this country has ever been. It's never
They've
been
been
even
doing that
close.
in certain states for quite some time.
Presidents?
At the federal level, it's new, but at the state level, let's just say Dina Rossi had some trouble back in 2004.
Who?
The Republican who won the Washington state governor's race, but then he got sued repeatedly until they whittled away votes and said, okay, this bitch won. He won the first vote. He won the recount. He won the second recount. Then he got sued 3 more times, and then votes just kept dropping off and dropping off and dropping off.
That's the whole
Until
point,
they
right?
hit that magic number of Christine Gregoire is now your governor. Then they completely shut him out from filing any type of recount or lawsuit.
Well, they're doing their best they can with Trump, that's for sure.
Yeah, but that Fannie Willis there, they're launching investigation and impeachment inquiries into. And
I know, right, but then it comes down to who are the judges. Do you trust the judges? I don't.
No,
They're the ones that threw out all the evidence of the election tampering. So
for impeachment, that comes down to the House will vote the majority vote, then the Senate has to vote on it.
well, I know, right? But when you're talking, you just mentioned a bunch of Democrats. So yeah, I'll believe it when I see it.
So yeah, it's Democrats.
Right. Exactly. I'll believe it when I see it. So in other words, later. It's like I think we have better chances of all three of us winning the lottery at the same time, or all four of us.
I don't think Canadians have a lottery.
Yeah, the game.
No, we have
Yeah, the
lotteries.
game you guys were talking about. Yeah, I just wanted a quick referral, let you guys know. The game you were talking about that Jamie Moyer pitched was a shutout. It wasn't a no-hitter. It was a two-hitter. But because those two hits were kind of odd the way they happened, they said it should have been the old man's no-hitter because he was the oldest pitcher in Philadelphia Phillies history to pitch a shutout. So it was a shutout
Okay.
game, but not a no-hitter. Yeah, it was a two-hitter. But yeah.
It would have been a
Shutout.
no-hitter, but I know at least one of the hits was classified as an error, but they changed it.
That's what I said.
Yeah,
Two hits. One was an error, and one was a legit hit. Resolute, but yeah.
Yeah,
I know what
Mikey,
you're saying.
I'm so impressed that you're doing this research, Mikey. I
Well,
never expected
I
you to do
did a
this.
lot of research.
Wow.
Yeah, no, that's fine. No, I did a lot of research when I was in
Oh, you're breaking up again.
high
Your mic's gone.
school.
So,
I was actually not only the trainer for my basketball team, but I also had
Mikey, I don't know what it is with your mic, but
said knock. Yeah. So
We-
that's why I knew. Yeah, that's why I knew that Randy Johnson not only pitched a no-hitter for the Mariners, but he pitched a perfect game for the Arizona Diamondbacks.
oh,
He is the only pitcher to do that. He's the only one.
Randy Johnson. I started getting the Mariners right at the end of the Randy Johnson era. I saw a few games, and that guy was a fucking powerhouse. Like that guy was scary. He just he steamrolled the other team. Like I felt sorry for them. He was a hell of a pitcher.
Yeah, this man was 6'10". When I stood up to him and I got his autograph, I was like, "Oh
You got
my
his autograph?
God." Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I was
There's
like,
a lot
"Oh
of
my
signings
God."
around here.
Damn. I'm totally jealous now, Mikey.
Well, you pitched for the Diamondbacks. That's how I was able to get his autograph.
Holy
'cause
shit!
I went to Diamondbacks games. A few of them.
Randy Johnson. Randy
he's
Johnson.
just huge.
Yeah,
He's a
he's
great
at
pitcher.
Mariner events all the time.
Great pitcher.
Not necessarily the games, but like the charity events, because he still
Yeah,
lives
he does
up here.
a lot of that. Yeah,
Man,
he's a lot into philanthropy.
Randy is
He
very cool.
announces games now and down there, and he's a great guy. And he plays golf. Oh,
He
God.
seemed
Randy
like a
Johnson
really
play golf.
Yeah, he seemed like a really nice guy off the field, right? So yeah.
He really is. Yeah, he's nice.
He
It's
runs
nice-
a photography company now.
Yeah. Well, and then I told you guys I met Mark Grace, who used to play for the Chicago Cubs. And then he went to the Diamondbacks and got that World Series with them in 2001. And only his best friends, and I'm one of his best friends, so I can call him Gracie when he walks into a bar. There's only a few people that can call him that. And we were good friends, and I didn't even realize that Mark Grace could sing. I was like, holy shit, this man can play baseball and he can sing. And he had a lot of hits.
Ah,
Yeah. And he's the one that
Wow.
started the rally against the Yankees in Game 7. He's the one who started it against one of the greatest pitchers in baseball, Mariano Rivera. And I'm like, oh, yeah. I'm like, Mark is the only one who could do that against Rivera. Rivera was a bastard.
was sort of overrated because Rivera had a little bit of a problem with the same problem most of the Yankees of that era had. He had a needle problem, and the pitchers had a little bit of a problem with slippery fingers.
Yeah. Well, if it wasn't for his error, I don't think the Diamondbacks might have came back to win. Because he overthrew it, remember, past second base.
Yeah, it's because he had a little bit too much of the shine still on his hand.
Yeah, exactly. No. But Mark Grace was a very nice man. And like I said, he's a decent singer. I didn't know. And I was like, that's very cool. And, well, one thing's for sure, he was a ladies' man. You had to be careful around Mark Grace, especially if you're a
Well,
woman. Yeah.
we often forget our heroes are human beings, right?
Oh, of course.
And they all have we all have flaws, and they all have flaws. Even though how much we elevate them onto a pedestal, they're still
Oh yeah.
humans with flaws. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's like I told you that one time I met Charles Barkley, Chuck, in a
Right.
bar, and I hung out with him for like 3 hours.
That's
And
pretty
his
funny.
entourage,
Damn it.
and I was like, "Holy shit, man! So what's going on?"
Okay,
He's like,
Mikey.
"Oh,
Mikey, why
I'm
don't
sure
I
the
get?
Phoenix Suns were thrilled with that.
Why
no, they
can't I
weren't
have?
happy."
Why can't I have days this cool, dude?
Yeah, well, it was very cool because he had just left the Suns and
Shit.
he was going to the Houston Rockets,
I don't
and
get to hang
and
out with
I was
Charles
like,
Barkley.
"Yeah, he was cool." No,
Hey, if you 1990, if you're at a bar within maybe 50 to 100 miles of Charles, there's a pretty good chance you might run into him.
So Charles likes to
He
hang
would
out in
practice,
bars.
play the
Okay.
game. He was at the bar more than he was at the arena.
He was a bar hound. Okay, got it.
oh, he's a booze hound, man. And he loves to gamble. You know, he also does play golf. He did a lot of that with Michael Jordan during that finals series in
I
'93.
wouldn't call what he played golf. Awkwardly swinging a stick at a ball, maybe, but that wasn't a game. He would
Okay,
get it right on the green on the wrong fairway.
maybe,
Eh,
but I guarantee he was probably a better golfer than all of us put together. So, because
I
you won't
wouldn't even
even
attempt
find
to
me
play
on a
golf.
course.
I don't
Yeah,
know. I can
you
go.
won't
Hey,
ever find me on a course.
Mikey, what was his drink of choice?
His drink of choice. Well, normally he'd go with beer first, but regular
Okay.
beer. But then he went hard liquor. He went whiskey. Because he came from
He was a
he
whiskey
went to
man.
he was a whiskey man. He loved the
Yeah,
whiskey.
okay, I can respect that.
He liked to build his way up from, hey, just here getting in the mood to, you got rubbing alcohol?
Yeah, he built his way up for sure. Yeah, like I
Interesting.
said, he had an entourage. He had it when I went to meet him. When I saw him and ran into him, he had like easy about 10 people surrounding him. I didn't know
Holy
which
shit.
ones were his. Yeah, I didn't even know which ones were his personal bodyguards or which one were just his friends. But
Hmm.
yeah, he had some people surrounding him. Well, he's a celebrity. I mean, you know, they thought he was the savior and he was going to bring the Suns the first title, and then oh nope, we ran into the fucking Jordan and his Bulls. Ah, fuck, whatever. Bad Bulls, bad
The
Bulls.
bullshit Bulls.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a hell of an entourage for sure.
oh for sure. And he wasn't with his wife at the time. His wife was white. You knew that, right? He wasn't. He wasn't with her. I said, "Where's your wife, Charles?" He says, "Oh, yeah, she's back at home. She understands. I got to get out, meet people, things like that." I said, "Yeah, well,
What
you got
is it with
groupies. You got groupies." And he laughed. He said, "Oh yeah, I got groupies."
seriously? What is it with the famous people that have a nice life partner and they treat them like shit?
I
It,
don't
does,
know. I
that's
don't
never
know.
made any sense to me.
Yeah,
Actually, it's like you got a nice wife, and then you're like, it's like screw that. I'm just gonna go,
I'm just
fuck,
gonna go out
fuck.
with my with
I'm
my
just gonna go
posse.
fuck other people after the game. Like what
Yeah,
the
no.
hell, dude?
Yeah, no. He said, I'm just happy being out with my posse." And he says, "My wife understands. I'm a basketball star.
Oh
I'm a
Jesus!
professional basketball player."
So his wife was okay with it. Okay.
Yeah, she was totally okay with it. That's what he said. And I was like, "Well,
Wow.
I don't know about that." He says, "No, no, don't worry. She's all right. She's fine. She's
Wow.
got her own circle of friends too, and I don't say anything when she goes
Oh.
out with
So
them. So
so
yeah,
she's unfaithful as well.
maybe I don't know. I don't
That's
know if
what I
she is or
imply.
not.
I kind of imply that from that statement, though, right?
Probably. Yeah.
I'll tell you this, guys. I'm not a perfect human being, but if I ever get a girlfriend that I can hook up with and enjoy loving, she's got to be a one woman man, and I'll be a one man, woman, or whatever the hell I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Absolutely.
monogamy.
Monogamous. Yeah, you're monogamous, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if I'm going to love her, she's got to love me, and that's it. So
Yeah, it's got to
I
stay that
guess
way.
I'm old fashioned. I know.
Well, most of us are old-fashioned. I know I am.
It's like, yeah, if you're gonna make love to me, like make love to me, not half a dozen other guys.
Yeah, I
I
can't say
actually,
much about my past exes, and I don't want to say anything about them really. I'm
that's
happy
what
with Suzanne. That's all I care about. I'm happy
you're
with my
lucky.
current wife. I'm very lucky.
You're very lucky.
Yes, I
That's
am.
why my second girlfriend and I broke off because we were together for like 3 months, and I thought it was really great. And one day she says, "Hey, can we start seeing other people?" I'm like, "Well, what the fuck? No, I don't want to."
No.
And she's like, "Well, I like to see other people," and I told her, "No, I'm not going to do that." And that's when the whole relationship broke off, right?
Yeah,
And
usually when a woman tells you that, they're like already tired of you, and they want to move on to something better,
well, the
or what
thing is,
they think is better.
she'd already met somebody else, I'm guessing, because 3 or 4 days later, she ran off with this dude to another town, right?
Oh crap! I'm sorry,
And it's
man.
like, oh well, fuck that.
Yeah.
Actually, I was lucky though. You know, when you're
Well,
lucky when you meet the wrong person, you think they're good and they're not. I was actually blessed that she did just leave. You know,
yeah, because that's just a lot of hassle you probably have to deal with down later on in the relationship. It's better to
exactly.
know early. It's better to know early than
Yeah,
like later on when you've been,
I
like in
think
the case of my first. Yeah,
she was a
yeah,
bit crazy. Actually, I think Mikey. Well, you mentioned you had a few relationships that didn't
two
work out.
and yeah, two and the first I call her the first evil ex. Uh, I'd already been with her a few years and then found out she cheated on me and didn't tell me at all.
That
Put
sucks.
put put my this is during the time of the just after AIDS and shit. And I mean, she was putting my life in danger, her
Shit,
life in danger, and whoever else she was fucking at the time. Excuse my language.
that's bad.
And yeah, and then the second one just decided that I wasn't worth the time, and she wanted to be with her folks. This was the one that was in Oklahoma. This is why I was telling Gorilla. It's like Oklahoma's flat as shit. It's like a pancake, and that's pretty much all you live on is a freaking flat pancake. You know, wherever you go,
Oh
and
my,
left her back there, and then it took me another. What was it? Took me another 10 years before I found Suzanne online. That's where we
wow.
first dated was online, and we've been together for 13 years since. So yes, very blessed,
Yeah, you were very lucky.
very
Yeah,
lucky.
that's the thing. I've been single for so long. It's daunting when you've been a single guy for many many years, and I've been hurt a few times, so I'm very cautious because I don't want to go through any shit again. But
Yeah,
at my
I was
age,
curious.
Trust me, there's no point where you're not going to go through at least some shit.
Yeah,
trouble is, Germ, as you get older, it gets to the point where you just don't want to. It's harder and harder to take a chance because you realize you're running out of years. If that makes any sense to anybody.
I was gonna say that when I first met Pop, when Pop introduced me on streams and things, I was gonna say that I thought he's a very well cultured man and he knows a lot, and I thought for sure you'd have a wife or a woman, and I'm just surprised. I know there's good women for every guy out there if you can find them. I was just
Yeah.
blessed with Suzanne, but
Generally, you have to import though.
Finding
Sort of
them
like
is
a
the problem.
car.
Finding them is the problem.
yes, it took a
I
long
know
journey for me.
there's like what 6, 7, 8 billion people on Earth. I can't remember the number. So
Almost 10 billion.
there's got to be a couple million single horny women that would love to meet me out there, but damn, I
I'm
don't know
pretty
how to
sure of
find them.
that. Yeah.
As I said,
Like, girls,
your
where
best
are you? Come on,
option.
girls.
They're not here. You have to import. It's sort of like buying if you want a high quality car, you have to import, generally from Asia.
I always appreciate Germ's
So
advice.
yeah.
I found
So
mine
I
in
was gonna ask
Thailand.
Germ. I was gonna ask Germ where he would import from. Would you import from Russia
Yeah,
or
can you give us
Ukraine?
some
I'm importing
from
from
Asia.
Thailand.
From what?
From Thailand.
Oh, Thailand. Okay.
I don't
It's
know
just
that.
it's expensive as hell
Well, yeah, it's
because the
expensive as
federal
hell, but
government is a piece of shit.
we knew that already.
I'd be very.
But Thai women have issues, Resolute, just like any woman does.
Yeah.
So I would be very careful. I'm just saying, I'd be very careful.
I agree with Mikey. I have a friend online who's, I don't know, what's the word, online dating a Thailand woman. And I keep thinking, you know what? A lot of these foreign gals are just looking for a ticket to get citizenship into Canada.
Green
And it's
card.
like, I'm not into that at all because as soon as they get a ticket, and if you get a marriage, they'll go, fuck you, buddy, I'm off, and that'll be the end of that. So
Well,
yeah,
when they get permission to live in the country, see
exactly.
that gives them an open
That gives them
course.
a license to screw you over, right, Mikey?
Exactly. It gives them an open end to means. They want to get to this country to become successful, and they feel if they can get someone who already lives in the country, and if you marry them, that already will give them a full incentive to leave you and move on, and make their own career, make their own
Yeah,
success.
I
And
think
that's for any country. I had a friend of mine who dated a Ukrainian girl, right? That came
right,
over. He was
right,
in Arizona, and he was a friend of mine in the bar, and he, found this Russian woman that came over from Ukraine,
all right.
and they were dating for like a month, and he says, "Oh shoot, I think I want to get engaged to you," and I was like, "Oh,
A month.
I wasn't so sure." Yeah, just after a month, and I was just like, "I'm not sure you really want to do this." And he says, "Well, he was pretty confident that this was the right woman, and he found her, and he wanted to be with her." And I swear, and this wasn't marriage, okay, yet, but I swear, as soon as the government found out it was a couple, and they said, "Well, you can work, can't you?" Yeah, she says, "Yeah, no problem." So as soon as she got her green card, she left my friend like that, like nothing, like they didn't even exist, like their relationship meant
Yep.
nothing. Yeah,
Well,
Yeah.
we Canadian guys are just a portal to a better life for these chicks, right?
yeah.
Like
They don't
Junior
give
said,
they don't give a fuck about us. They just want to
yeah.
get their foot in the door, so to speak, to become Canadians and have a better life, and that's what it basically comes down to.
Yeah, go ahead, Gorilla, because I can't believe this is Jim. Go ahead, Gorilla.
I was just gonna read the chat there.
Yeah, go for it.
Gorilla is the
Yeah,
chat
he said his
master.
last girl, he said his last girlfriend gave him COVID and she broke up with him. Figure that out.
Well, that's not good.
Now that's messed
What a
up.
bitch.
That's
That's
messed
fucked up.
up. Yeah, I agree, Pop. That is some screwed up shit.
That's bad.
Absolutely, man. Like COVID-19 is like a killer disease. It's man-made, and it's killed like almost half the freaking world. And you're a girl who's gonna give you that and then dump you? Holy
Well,
shit!
half the freaking world is 0.3% of the infected.
That's still a lot of people.
Yeah, it's
Percentage or not?
3%.
Too many
Okay.
people died.
So we're talking about what? Maybe 300,000 people? maybe.
Oh, there's more than that.
Well, they were claiming tens of millions.
Okay, so we're talking about 300 million, maybe.
No,
There's
they would love for you to believe 300 million. Worldwide, probably 3 million, and that's being extraordinarily generous.
Generous.
I mean,
I knew you were going to
not
say
died
that.
of COVID, died with COVID.
Right. I knew you were going to say that. Generous. Yeah. Okay. Look, all I know is that I know it was man-made. I know it was created. There's no way that somebody can create something from a fucking bat.
Although it's already been proven it was man-made and intentionally spread.
Yeah,
They had
but
already
even
been working
before
on the
that,
vaccine. Yeah, they had already been working on the vaccine for years before it was even spread. So yeah, it was all planned. There's no
Yeah.
doubt about that.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt. No, my wife and I had it before, like we in January and in February of 2020. My wife caught it first, and then I caught it after her. And I know that first week we each had it for a 3-week period, and I know that each of us felt like we wanted to die that first week because it was so bad. Now, like I don't wish it on anyone. I seriously do not.
Did you
It
get
was
the jab?
Yeah, we did. We got all of
Well,
our
that,
shots.
that explains how you got it.
Well, it could have been
Eh,
anything, Mom. I'm just saying. You
Mike,
got it
Mike,
without any jab. So,
Mikey, what kind of symptoms did you suffer, man?
well, I couldn't breathe. First of all, I felt like I was drowning in my own. I don't want to make it sound sick, but bile or whatever.
No,
It was
I'm
just
just
terrible.
interested because I remember in Christmas Eve of what was it, 2020, before the whole COVID thing hit.
Well, the COVID thing was put out there in March of 2020
Yeah,
and April, and like I said, my wife caught it in early January before we even knew what it was. I knew what kind of. We knew it wasn't just the flu; it was something bad. We just didn't know the exact name for it. But it's been out there before that. Then I had it, like I said, like literally 3 weeks after she did.
well,
So yeah, back to back.
the thing is here, I felt ill like 4 months, 3 or 4 months before it actually officially arrived, right, in
Right.
Canada.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'll never
Lots of
forget,
people did.
I made the fucking mistake on Christmas Eve of going to my local Safeway store and buying a whole shitload of Christmas food that I was going to enjoy. And then I walked out and I looked at the bus schedule and I realized, holy fuck, this is like the bus schedule on a Friday or whatever. And they're not going to be here for like another 2 or 3 hours. And I'm like, well, I'm fucked. Right? So I decided to walk home. So I walked home, I got on the highway and I walked home and walked home and walked home. It probably took me an hour. And I didn't have the kind of coat that I could do up because I'm a fat bastard. Anyway, I got home eventually after about an hour and a half walking. I thought I was gonna fucking die to tell you the truth, guys. And of course, later that evening, I started to feel the symptoms. I don't know if it was from the extreme cold on my chest or if I'd picked something up, from other shoppers in the store that afternoon. But I got really, really ill. And it's just like Christmas Eve, I started to feel like shit, and everything went downhill. And
Well, don't you have to catch it from somebody else or from the shot?
I don't know what it was. I
It
don't
sounds
know
like,
what
yeah, because I've had pneumonia before. It sounds like you probably got like the flu or something like that.
I had something. Because
Yeah, because you can get COVID from being exposed to cold air.
basically I spent Christmas Eve on the bed, and I felt like crap for like the next 4 weeks. I felt like
That's
shit for
severe pneumonia.
I felt like shit until the end of January.
Well, if it's pneumonia, you can't write it out. You got to go to the hospital.
It wasn't
It's
pneumonia.
worse.
It wasn't pneumonia. I wasn't having problems breathing. I just felt like total shit. It's like I had no energy. I just wanted to sleep. I remember my hearing went in one ear. I was totally deaf in one ear for like a week. It was weird, weird, weird. But it was not fun. It was nothing I'd ever want to experience again. But yeah,
Yeah, no,
I
we
I
both
actually think I
felt
might.
run down. Yeah, we both
I
felt
think
run down, so it was like that. Yeah.
I think I might have had an early version of the COVID thing, but of course I'll
Oh, I'm
never
sure
know.
we
But
had it. I know we did.
I think
We
I think it might have been early COVID. I don't know.
And
well,
of
I know
course,
my
as you
whole
guys are
family
talking
had it.
about this, they're getting ready for more lockdowns. Of course.
I did survive though.
Well, I felt
Even
like
in
I
a liberal
survived.
place like this, if they try more lockdowns, they're going to get shot.
We hope.
No, I can guarantee the entirety of Eastern Washington will storm Olympia, and they'll string up Jay Inslee like the freaking Nazi that he is.
You're run by a Nazi? That's not good.
Well, he's called Adolf Inslee.
Well, most of the Democratic
Wow.
states are communists, so that's pretty much the same. I'm glad I got. That's why I'm glad I got out of California. So I'm glad I got out of there.
Yeah, you live in a Republican state, Pop. You don't have to worry about shit.
Yeah, pretty much conservative. I can
I'm
actually
just
buy a
telling
gun
you.
here. I can actually buy
Yes,
a
you
gun
can.
here and carry it.
Yes, you can. Yeah, forget that permit bullfuck. Excuse my language. Yeah, you're better off there, Pop. I definitely was happy when you said you moved to Arizona.
Yeah, I've got friends in California I'm gonna miss, but I had no intention of going back there.
No, don't go back because your friends will probably all. Well, I don't want to say this, but I should. You're more than half your friends will be dead by the time. Like if you ever try to go back to visit them.
Well,
I'm serious.
I'm sure they'll all outlive me, being considering my condition.
No, I think you'll be around for a while, Pop. You're stubborn. You'll be around for a while.
Well, I can always hope so, but
I
we'll
believe
see.
Pop will ground his heels in and live as long as he can.
They're starting. They're starting this week, and it's going to be every other day. Brain radiation, and that doesn't sound good. That's going to turn my brain into mush. So it's going to get to it. It is. That's just a fact. So I'm gonna start losing comprehension.
Oh my god!
And pretty soon it's gonna get to where I won't be able to remember anything.
Is it necessary though? I mean, do you really need it?
According to the doctor, unless I just say screw you guys, I'll just die and let it. But
man.
Yeah, it turns your brain to mush.
Well, yeah, it's not gonna help your receptors either.
No.
Your pain receptors.
Well,
No.
I'd say go for a Pop if that might keep you alive for a while.
I don't trust the system. I know there's cures for cancer, but they're not going to release them because they're making too much off the treatments.
Well, I know my sister that died from breast cancer. Bless her soul. She did live for 8 years with the treatment, so.
Yeah, but mine's already stage 4, so I don't know.
It can keep you going for a while, Pop. So give it a chance, my friend. That's all
Yeah,
I am. That's why I'm going to the treatment. I figure might as well try. But the doctor told me that the stage that I'm in, it's about a 30-something% survival rate.
Shit.
Jesus.
Damn,
So
that's
we'll
tough,
see.
man.
Is it the last option, Pop? If you examined all your options?
Yeah, there's no other options.
Oh, okay.
The only other option is just to say don't get treatment and just write it out.
Oh yeah, say fuck it and then you die, right? Yeah, right.
Okay. Yeah. I'll put it this way. I'll put it this way. Officially, as of today, I have to wear a baseball hat all the time.
So they actually they actually told you you're at stage 4 cancer, Pop.
Oh yeah, definitely, absolutely.
Fuck.
Damn.
That's very fucking hard, man. I'm so sorry.
It happens.
No, but fuck, we love you so much, man.
Yeah, we like you, Pop. Jesus, I mean, we've already. My wife, I told you, my wife has lost 3 friends to stage 4 cancers. She lost a friend to COVID, and then we just found out one of our friend neighbors here in our apartment complex died of a heart attack. That's 5 people in 5 months. God damn it! I'm like, what? How many more people have to die?
Heart
Jeez.
attack might be preferable. At least it's not slow and suffering.
No.
No. If I want to go, my ideal death would be passing away in my sleep. That would be what I'd
Same
want.
here. No, same
That's
here. That's what my
overrated.
wife and I want.
I
wanna
probably
die in
won't
my
get
sleep.
that though. I'll probably have something horrendous.
I'll probably
With
get
my
hit
luck.
by a fucking truck
Well,
or
it's
something.
better than drowning or being in a fire, I guess. Huh?
I'll probably
guess.
drown in the bathtub or some stupid thing, right?
Taking a bath and you drown in it. Yeah, sure.
But
Oh
you
yeah.
do
Hey,
not.
I
You
I'll fall
really,
asleep in
really
the
do not
tub
want
and
to die in your sleep.
Why not?
Yeah,
You
I'm
get
favoring,
very, very
the-
weird dreams.
guys, does it actually fucking matter how we die? It all sucks, right? Nobody wants to fucking
No, the
die.
point
None of
is,
us do.
like, I'll give you an example. When I started the treatment, they started recommending me to all these support groups and churches. And I told them, I said, I appreciate that. I can understand why they have support, but I'm not
Right.
afraid to die. So I don't want to be around a bunch of people who are afraid to die.
Well,
God.
I don't think any of us are afraid to die, Pop. So you're pretty
that
well
makes a lot
surrounded
of
by
sense.
people.
That makes
I'm
a
gonna go
lot
out Kool-Aid.
that makes a lot of
Yeah.
sense, actually, Bob.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like
I'm gonna go out to
if
Kool-Aid.
you're-
That's right.
well, if you're facing
Yeah.
the end of your life, the last thing you need is a bunch of silly ninnies going on. Oh, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. Who needs that
Right.
shit? I agree with Bob.
I
Bob's
know.
got it right.
What are you going to
Let's put
do,
it this
right?
way. If I got a notice tomorrow that I was terminal, I'd say fuck it. I'm just gonna have fun with all my beautiful friends on here as long as I can. And maybe, when I'm getting towards the end, I'll tell you all and I'll say, okay, guys, I got like a week left, and then I'm gonna croak, and let's have a big party. Let's have it's not a requiem, it's a party, and I love you guys, and let's have fun.
That's what I'm going to do, right? I'll hold out as long as I can, enjoy it while I can.
Yeah, but if you
Exactly.
feel, but
Exactly.
hope is but if you feel like you're definitely at the end of it, then make sure you go out in style, have some fun.
Yes.
Well, I will. I'll probably get drunk. I don't know anybody here, but I'll probably get drunk or something. Like right now, I can't drink because of the treatment. But yeah, by the time I find out the treatment's not doing good shit, yeah, I'll get shit faced.
Good. I know what you could do. I know what you could do. I told you there is a place called Arizona, which is near Williams.
Yeah, it's right over
And-
here. It's not far.
Yeah, what you could do is get shit faced, walk up to one of the bear enclosures, and just have them maul you to death.
No,
At least you could have some fun there.
no, I'm not that crazy yet.
Oh, okay.
I'll just die peacefully. That's okay.
Peacefully, okay. Yeah, I've heard really bizarre
Well, you
stories.
can
like
always
some
take the
people.
Slim Pickens approach.
What's that?
How's that?
Oh, you mean with the that missile? He was like, woo, and then yeah,
Oh,
that-
it's a Doctor Strange.
On the way
Yeah.
down. On the way down.
yes. Dr.
Well, if I do
Strangelove
that,
or-
I guarantee I'll make sure to take a bunch of people with me.
Aim towards San Francisco.
yeah,
It'll be
Yeah,
the cleanest
exactly.
shuttle
I'll
has
take
been
the
in
last bit of
decades.
money I'll take the last bit of money I have, go to San Francisco and detonate a big old huge bomb or something like that. I'm just kidding,
Yeah.
YouTube. Just kidding.
no, what it? Yeah,
To the YouTube
Gorilla,
senses out there, this is
what
all
you
for your
call it-
entertainment
you call-
purposes.
Yeah, no, what you called it was San Francisco. Is that what you called it?
Yes. Yes.
A GPS for my poop.
No, that city's nasty. No reason to go back there. And I wouldn't hurt.
Oh.
I wouldn't want to hurt anybody.
No, but when somebody told me that they had
We got two people cutting out. I guess Mikey and Gorilla.
Mikey always
Mike-
cuts out.
Cutting out.
Yes.
actual cheap
Is that better?
yeah,
Mikey cuts
app
out
on
on a regular
your
basis.
phone to know where piles of shit are.
Hello, Mikey.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Now we
Yeah,
hear
we
you,
can hear you,
Gorilla.
I can hear you fine.
Can't hear
Gorilla.
Mikey at all.
But Mikey's always
Mikey's
his
out.
His mic is always dying on him.
Look, I'm trying to resolve the
he's long
problem.
gone,
I'm
LDG.
trying to resolve the problem.
You're not going to
Well,
with that
he
satellite
has
connection.
that a little while ago.
I know
PvP,
that, Pop.
that's what episode we can
We have a. I think we found out we have a USB port, Pop. We might be able to somehow make my signal a little bit stronger. Well, we'll have to find out. I have to talk to the provider and figure out what's going on.
With a USB port? How does that?
Well, the USB
I mean,
port.
does that plug into a USB port now?
Yeah, it does. It has internet with USB port. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So how does
But your
I'm not
router
sure what you
goes to a satellite connection, not to a hard
physical
connection.
line? Right. So yeah, no matter what, you're still limited to that satellite. If anything, Mikey, have you checked into that SpaceX or what is that Starlink? You checked into that?
SpaceX?
Starlink.
Oh, Starlink. No, I haven't checked the Starlink yet.
I would check
It's
into that.
good for satellite.
Yeah, it's satellite too, but it's supposed to be better than what you're using.
Okay.
Go to their website, starlink.com or whatever, and you put in your zip code or your postal code, and it'll tell you if it's eligible in your area. But it might be an improvement of whatever you have. That's what Captain Infinity had to do.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Starlink, okay.
Which you have is the absolute slowest that is available. I mean, what you have is next to dial-up.
Well,
because it's satellite, there's too much lag.
A step above, yeah, right.
Yeah, there's too much lag.
Yeah. Well, like I said,
are you like in a rural area, like out in the?
We're in a rural area. Yes, we are, Pop. Well,
yeah.
We're near Lake Ontario. We're in a suburb outside.
No,
of
yeah, but
Toronto.
I mean rural as far as no cable or fiber optic or anything like that. Internet.
Well, no, we do have fiber optic, but the thing is,
I don't know. Can't hear you.
It's the building itself is.
Can't hear you, Mikey. Sorry.
Oh, you talking about the building wasn't built for Wi-Fi.
There are good days and bad days.
Yeah, the building wasn't built for Wi-Fi. It was an old nursing home, something like that.
No, I don't know. I couldn't hear anything. So how did Matt Davis look in the movie? I'm curious.
Which one was Matt Davis here?
Matt Davis is a singer. Baby, baby, don't get hooked on me. He was in that movie you guys just watched.
Oh yeah, Beer for My Horses. No, he looked really rough.
Well, he's a heavy smoker. I was surprised he's still alive when he did. I guess Mel Tillis was in it too.
He's the one that
stutters really bad.
Yeah, he made a cameo appearance.
Got it.
Oh yeah, he was all right there. Then so you're Matt Dills here. Let's see.
Mac Davis.
Mac Davis.
M-A-C Davis. Baby, baby, don't get hooked on me. He's known for. I don't know if he's known for any other song other than that, but that's the one he was known for.
Yeah.
Oh, Reverend. He wasn't too bad. He was the Reverend in that. There.
Yeah, he was the Reverend in the church.
For 30 seconds. He's only on the screen for 30 seconds.
Do you look pretty old?
He looked like he's in his 60s.
Well, then that's not bad because he's a lot older than that. He should be by now. But you said how old is the movie? 10 years?
The movie
2008,
is 15 years old. 15 years old.
All right.
Rodney
Rodney Carrington or Carrington. I think I've heard him on Bob and Tom.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the one that sings like "Titties and Beer," "Show Them to Me," and he's a stand-up comedian. He also
Uh-huh.
sings. What was that one famous song he has?
That one song.
Yeah, only one.
I can't think of the name of it.
Okay,
It'll pop up as soon as I put it in there.
only one. Let's see.
Don't Look Now is another famous one of his. If I'm the only one, that's the one. If I'm the only one. Or Dear Penis.
Titties. Yeah, titties and beer. That was his fun one. Put Your Clothes Back On. Show Them to Me was in Beer for My Horses. Uh, Dancing with a Man. Don't Look Now. If I'm the Only One. Dear Penis and Letter to My Penis. That's
Oh,
raunchy.
those are
Yeah,
funny.
yeah, but those are the two that he did.
Yeah, not nearly as raunchy as the movie you watched earlier.
Uh-huh.
Well,
I
Well,
saw
that's
Sausage
okay.
Party once, and I don't think I could sit through it a second time.
Yeah, no.
I can't
no.
stand what's his face anymore.
Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
Or,
I used to be
yeah.
like I used to really like
He
Pineapple
was never
Express, but I
talented.
couldn't watch it again.
Seth
Yeah.
Rogen never had an ounce of talent.
No.
Yeah.
He makes stupid pot jokes and goes on atheist rants.
And
That's
he,
his
well, yeah,
entire career.
and he acts the same all the time. He's not an actor. He just acts like Seth Rogen all the time. And he ruined
Hey, Gorilla,
the
if
Green
you
Hornet. Could have
recognize-
been a good movie.
Yeah.
no, the
Now I was
Green
gonna say to
Hornet
Gorilla,
wasn't that Ryan Reynolds?
No, that was Green
No.
Lantern.
Oh, Green Lantern. Okay.
that was Green Lantern. Yeah, no, if you recognized Carrington, you also saw him in the remake of The Longest Yard with Adam Sandler. I remember that.
Oh God, like I
He
want
was
to
in
watch
that
that.
one.
No, I'm
Was
not
he
an
in The
Adam
Longest
Sandler
Yard?
fan.
What's that, Gorilla?
He was in The Longest Yard.
Yeah, the remake in 2015 was Adam Sandler.
Oh, they remade it. Come on, 2003.
Yeah. Yeah, they remade it.
That's
I
just a
know.
fucking money grab.
Yeah,
That
Of
is
course
Sam-
it is.
Yeah, it was.
because the
Sandler,
original was good.
Burt Reynolds was awesome in that. And
I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna feed my dog.
Oh, okay, go ahead, Pop. Yeah, Adam Sandler took the role of Burt Reynolds, and then what happened was when Burt Reynolds was still alive, he came back, but he came back as the coach of the prisoners in the remake, in the reboot. So I was like, okay.
He was a player coach.
Player coach, yeah, right. Who,
That is fucking.
yeah, in the original Longest Yard, the big guy, that was Richard Kiel. Yeah. I was like, holy shit, man. Jaws from Bond Pictures is in this movie. He looked great. I love Richard Kiel. Miss him. Big guy. Big hearted man, you know.
Yeah,
Did a
I'll
lot
be
for
right
charities and shit. Yeah, good stuff. Actually, Keel was a lot more talented than Ted Cassidy. He's as Lurch, you know, when Ted Cassidy played Lurch. And then he was in that, you know, Star Trek original series episode, What Little Girls Are Made Of. Yeah. Played Ruck. Yeah. I don't know why I only remember certain ones like that. Certain episodes. Crazy. Oh, PvP said he needs sleep. Oh, I guess he just left. Sorry, PvP.
PvP's still here.
Well, in the chat, he just said he needed sleep and said goodbye.
I think he forgot to log out.
Yes, he did. Oops. I've done that before myself. Hey, Resolute, you remember my friend? You remember my friend Jay? Jay did that once. He said he forgot to log out. 2 hours later, he wakes up and everybody's gone from the StreamYard studio he was in. And he was like, holy shit, where'd everybody go?
I just like, okay, PvP, you need to go.
Well, yeah, it says he
He gone.
needs sleep. Yeah, he's gone. I guess he forgot to turn off.
Oh,
Pop is walking his dogs. Daniel, are you still with us? Daniel? Hey, Daniel. Woohoo!
He might be dealing with his own dog.
Oh, yeah, he might be. Okay, he might be taking care of Coco. Yeah.
I'm right here listening. I'm just feeding my dogs.
Oh, okay, Pop. No, we were just saying that PvP might have just left his stream on and.
well, he did a lot of streaming today. There, we did 2 hours on Sausage Party, and this is going on for 2.5 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
good
gonna have
timing.
to get out of here pretty soon.
Well, then this would be a good place to wrap up here.
Yeah,
So
good idea.
let's go through the chat here. Thank you, Jim's Landscaping LLC, #1 Commodore Productions, for coming. Jim does puppy videos and Star Trek fan films. It's pretty cool there. Thank you, Joe, also known as LDG, for coming. His channel does live streams daily for I don't know how many hours on end. And plus, he has his backstage there at freethenet.org/underground. There for any IT help or if you just need a place to hang out. I think that's everybody. PvP on his channel, he has playlists he's working on, full of rock and roll stuff there. Daniel, you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
You plug
Oh, yeah,
yourself?
there you are, Dad. Plug yourself, Dan.
Yeah, well, I don't have a channel, but I am on Steampunk Star Racing channel. So if ever you want to, hear whatever I have to say, you can go on Steampunk Star Racing channel on YouTube.
All right, sounds good. Pop, you back? Oh, Mikey, what do you got going on?
I'm here.
Oh, okay.
You're just gonna hear noise. My dogs are bark. They're all going
Oh, that's
crazy
okay.
as I'm feeding them.
Okay.
Yeah, that's okay. I've got my Topic Time stream runs next Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 o'clock Central, 7 o'clock Mountain Time, Pop's time, 6 o'clock PvP's time. And it'll be Topic Time number 6. That'll be random topics, open panel. Anybody can come by, have some fun. Also, now I've started doing 2 days a week at different times Charlie's Angels reviews. I have a friend named Val Rose. She has a bunch of episodes from the series, and I'll be giving brief reviews on those episodes. So, for what I've seen, because I watched every episode of Charlie's Angels when I was growing up, so I really enjoyed them. And just give you some brief plot outlines and some of the major stars that appeared in those episodes. So check that out twice a week. That'll be on my webcam. I'll be doing a webcam on those. So.
Alrighty. Pop?
Yes, sir.
No problem. Go ahead,
Yeah,
sir.
what you got going on?
Grabbing my headphone. Give me just a second here.
Alright.
Tomorrow we have Lost in Space. I think the episode is called Ghost in Space. That's 6 p.m. Pacific time. Tuesday, 6 p.m. Pacific time. The original Night of the Living Dead from 1968. And then Gorilla and I are doing 2 episodes of Gilligan's Island on Wednesday. Hopefully
Nice.
everything goes well. And by the way, just a heads up, and I don't like bringing it up again, but I have radiation Tuesday, chemotherapy all day Wednesday, and radiation again Thursday. So I'm hoping to be able to have the energy to do the streams this week. So I'll do my best to be there.
Okay, I hope it all goes well for you, Pop.
Yeah, we
Thanks.
hope
I got
so
my
too,
fingers
Bob.
crossed.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Germ, what do you got going on?
Well, next Saturday we'll have 4 episodes of Batman the Animated Series on Saturday morning cartoons. That's 8 a.m. Pacific. I should have a short cartoon intro and hopefully 1 or 2 other projects done throughout the week.
Alrighty. As for me, Wednesday will be Justified. Friday, Walton's Review. Saturday, Babylon 5. And then next Sunday, we will be doing Dead Poet Society. I'm going to try to get some more shorts done this week.
Now, Babylon 5, how much more do you have to go? Like, how many seasons or how, I don't know that show.
We're on the last season of it. We got about 5 weeks of the actual show left. And we got, 3 or 4 movies?
I believe, 3 or 4 movies.
I think we're going to do the Crusade show.
How many seasons?
Yeah. Crusade is 1 season.
Yeah.
Then, how long was the show on here?
5 seasons.
Gotcha.
Then it had 1 spin-off, 2 spin-offs, one that didn't get past the pilot, and then one made it for 18 episodes?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Crusade got 18 episodes. Legend of the Rangers bombed when they put it out on TNT, so that got dropped immediately.
Okay.
I'd like to eventually start covering Night Gallery. I'm trying to think of a night that I could squeeze that in. Maybe sometime on the weekend.
Yeah, I was going to say, Claudia Christian was in Babylon 5, right? Claudia was? I remember her from that, too. So, and I like Bill Mummy as Lennar.
Mummy.
Yeah. Mummy, sorry.
Yeah, there's only one M, so it's Mummy.
Mummy, right. Not Mummy.
That would be great if I could eventually get him on our Lost in Space stream, if he would just stop in for a minute. Him or Angela Cartwright. Yeah, because
tell him to.
Well, I can't tell him to, but I've seen them on bigger streams. Him and Angela Cartwright have been on bigger streams, but mine's so small, I don't think they're going to do it.
Oh, I was thinking about Twitter. Go, hey, I got a small thing, but can we get 30 seconds of your time to say hi?
Oh, right. And then we started asking him all these questions, right? Because, seriously, I wouldn't know where to start or where to end.
You also know who likes to do streams, Gorilla. Since you do Walton's, right, on, you said Thursday or Friday?
Fridays,
okay. Try to get Judy Norton. She has her own YouTube channel. Pager.
Which one's that? Which
Judy Norton. Judy Norton. She was on the Waltons. She played Elizabeth. Yeah.
Wait, was she a little girl? Was she Mary Ellen?
I think so. Yeah, Mary Ellen.
Oh,
right.
the one character. Well, actually, Aaron's the one I want to smack every week. But Mary Ellen's a close second.
Yeah, but if you can get her, go to her website on YouTube, Judy Norton's channel, and see if you can page her, and maybe she'll come by your Walton stream and talk for a few minutes. She's very well versed, of course, about the whole episode. She knows.
Oh
Richard
my God,
Thomas.
she's had plastic surgery.
Oh no, she hasn't.
I don't know. There's something wrong with her face. Maybe that's just natural. I don't know. If you look her up on IMDb,
I think it's old age. I don't know, Pop. It doesn't look like plastic to me. Okay. She's done musical theater, Broadway, all that stuff. So, yeah, no, it's just the years. I know she's not. Yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter if you can get her on the stream. Get her on the stream. Shit, yeah.
Yeah, she'd be.
I don't know about John Boy if he does streams or not.
Richard Thomas, yeah, he's still alive, right? Yeah, Richard Thomas is still alive.
I'll go for Richard Thomas before I go Judy Norton.
It reminds you, did you ever watch All Quiet on the Western Front?
No,
the original.
Was I out that weekend, or I just did not get home at time, or something like that? Something happened. I couldn't do the stream that night.
Okay.
Yeah, I loved All Quiet on the Western Front. That's a great movie.
The new version is even better. The 2000, I think it was last year. Really good.
Oh, the 2022? Yeah, they did a remake, but yeah, I wasn't into it. I like the original.
Every time they make a remake, it gets better and better. The last one was really good.
Oh, okay. I might check that out. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, alrighty. With that, you guys, I'm going to end it. You guys have a good night. Remember to be a gorilla.
Take care, guys.